Hello, everybody. Hopefully, everybody can hear me loudly and clearly because if this is the case, then that means we should be A-OK, live and good to go for another exciting week of, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, the PokePod World Podcast, where me and my pals gather around to go and talk about everything that has been going on within the past week. Nintendo, gaming, all that kind of stuff. We're going to do our best to tackle as much as possible, and hope you guys enjoyed our last session we had back on Saturday with me and Evie, where we just rambled on about anime. If you haven't had a chance to watch that, go ahead and check it out after the end of this podcast, of course, if you have time. Make sure to go and, I just hope, if you have already, to go and follow us here on Twitch. If you haven't yet, please do so to keep up to date whenever we do our regular live streams here on this channel, as well as if you have an Amazon Prime account, you should also have the opportunity to use your Twitch Prime because it is for free once a month, to where you can actually subscribe to the channel, get yourself a cool little emoji in the process, and also just help support the channel out. So any little bit counts in this time. So if you have the opportunity to do so, that would be absolutely grateful. But of course, we're not here for that right now. We are here to go and chat with my pals, and we're going to go and focus on a lot of fun things for tonight. So let me go and check things with TSS real quick.
Hello, Mr. Corona!
Oh, there you are.
How you doing?
I am doing perfectly fine, man. How about you, buddy?
Aside from dealing with some freaking weird shit in the last couple of days that has nothing to do with my work or personal life, that was some crazy shit. How's everybody doing out there? Evo, I hope you don't have the corona.
We don't ever want anybody in this world to get stuck with that sort of thing, unless you're drinking the beer. Which, first of all, why that beer? But secondly, we just don't hope for any kind of thing like that sort to affect your body.
Well, then again, though, you have to remember that coronavirus affects people differently. Like 80% of the people might have mild to moderate symptoms.
Yeah, it all depends on just your health issues and all that stuff. But of course, at this moment, we are not going to go and spend 2 hours to talk about that thing. We want to make sure.
Wash your freaking hands.
Yeah. Did you see that cute little artwork that was posted recently by the Pokemon Company with like the Zigzagoon and Pikachu? My heart melted when I saw that.
Oh my god, it's John!
What? Oh!
It's John!
Hello, actually John.
Oh, hey, there we go. I couldn't hear you guys for the last few seconds. If you've been talking to me, I didn't hear it till now.
What the hell? You're alive?
Again. Okay, there we go. There we go, I think. Hello?
You hear me?
Wow.
Okay, we're good. Awesome. I'm using my laptop, so I don't know what for sure is working or not.
No, it sounds good. JPR PT98, welcome.
Again.
Hey, it's good to be back. I'm on spring break this week, so I figured why not tune into the PokePod, my favorite podcast, and give a little insight on this week's episode. It was a good one, so I'm excited to talk about it.
All right.
First of all, I hope you've been doing fantastic, buddy. I've seen you've been posting some videos here and there on your channel.
Yeah, he's been busy as hell, man.
Oh, yeah. It's been a very busy semester. I mean, none of my classes are killing me. That's the good news. Like, I don't have, like, a super hard course or anything, but it's just constant busy work. That's the only thing. So, happy to have a break and happy to be here.
Nice, man. Glad you're having a small little break for the time being. And just as, we're talking about you, our other buddy shows in as well. Hey there, Evie. How you doing, buddy?
Hello. Hey, what's going on?
Not in much. We're just shocked at the mere fact that this guy over here decided to pop in randomly for the night. And congrats, Evie, for streaming like 3 nights in a row with all the different channels.
I know, right? I'm very happy to be back after, years of not being here for quite some time. Hello, good parents here. Hey, how's it going, John? Long time no see.
Oh, I know. It's been a long time, my friend. How are you?
Hey, not too bad, man. Good to see that you're doing well as well.
Oh, man. It really is an odd cast tonight, is it not? But I'm okay. Indeed. But yeah, we will, of course, obviously be talking about this week's episode of PokeMonsters 2019 really soon. Just right now, of course, as always, whenever we begin our streams, we always like to take the chance to just sort of catch up and reflect upon some of the things that's been kind of going around lately within the community. So, of course, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to news recently. I'm not talking about the sicky stuff. I'm more talking about the the recent sudden announcement about Reggie's whole movement to GameStop. Did you guys catch up to date with that?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, just to clarify to those who have not actually caught up to date with what's going on, because this literally just happened not too long ago, just a few hours ago. Reggie Fils-Aimé, who is a retired president of Nintendo of America, has actually came back into the gaming industry, but not in the way that you would think, because it turns out that the GameStop company has appointed Reggie Fils-Aimé to board of directors and enhances corporate governance to drive ongoing business transformation. As I'm reading on the main website right here, it's basically just stating that yes, Reggie is gonna be on this to provide a healthy and vibrant GameStop moving forward into the future. Of
Good.
course,
Does that mean that we're gonna get more than fucking $3.22 for a Pokemon game if we decide to trade it in?
Right.
I have no idea where this is going, but it just makes me happy to see that if anybody's going to be the one to fix things right for GameStop, it's actually Reggie.
Now,
Yeah.
Someone
this
who
isn't
actually
Reggie
knows.
Go ahead,
related.
John. Go ahead, John.
Oh, this isn't really Reggie related, but I did have an existential crisis the last time that I visited GameStop over the winter break.
Oof.
And I went to go get a Pokemon Emerald cartridge because my old one unfortunately stopped working. It doesn't have, like, the connectors are bad or something like that. So I was like, oh, well, gonna go get a new Emerald cartridge, right? I go to GameStop and I ask the dude, I'm like, do you have any Pokemon Emerald cartridges, right? And they say, no, because Emerald is now considered a vintage game. It is no longer carried in stores. And I was just like, vintage game? I remember standing in the line when that game came out. So that was maybe the first time I felt like actually old, like in a store.
15
like,
years, John.
Whew, I know. It's actually kind of wild to think about.
Wait, is it really 15 years since that game?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, since
I mean, you
yeah,
gotta think
the
about
U.S.
when Gen 3
release. Yeah,
started.
the U.S. release was in 05.
Oh God, hold on a second.
Yeah, I know. KG's going through the same thing I am right now.
Got a freaking stroke now.
So, Reggie,
You
bring
realize
back
how old
Pokemon
we
Emerald
are,
cartridges.
Sonny?
I need one.
Oh man, what were you gonna say, Evie? I heard
Go,
you
Evie.
trying to say something in the background.
Hmm?
You were gonna say something?
No, I said, do you realize how old we are, Sonny?
Don't say that. Hey, don't say that. I'm the old man here.
I know, right? We're already in the
And here you
third.
are still sounding young.
Well,
Dude,
thank you.
but man, yeah, it really is great to kind of see that. At least I'm hoping that with Reggie now on the scene with GameStop can slowly revive itself back alive again. Because
I hope so.
yeah,
Because you have no idea how many. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have gotten a good amount of games from that particular, from those particular stores.
Well, I remember back when it was fucking Funko Land and fucking Software Etc.
it had a different name.
Yes, there was yes, there were five stores merged together to form GameStop in around 2001.
I remember having an EB games at my local
Yes.
mall before it became a GameStop.
Yes, they also had it was EB Games, it was Funko Land, it was Software Etc. And there's a couple of more that I don't remember at the moment, but I know it was like 5.
Good times. Good times.
Well, I think Reggie is the man for the job because have you seen this guy's resume? He was with Pizza Hut, he was with Panda Express, Nintendo, obviously. He's done a lot of stuff. Like he has revived a lot of companies actually. So he's doing
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I have high hopes for him at GameStop.
I think a lot of people like the fact that you can just walk into a store, feel something before you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It's like, well, you could physically see, okay, it's an accessory, it's like a game pack or something, and you can see it, and then you can see it for yourself. I mean, they even show you, hey, this is how the bottom of the disc looks. Is that okay? That's the kind of service. I mean, the kind of service they used to do, where it was like, they treated everybody with respect. I remember the days back in the Software Etc. days where you can buy NES carts for, well, you buy it for like $1 or $2 or something like that, instead of this whole freaking let's jack up the price because we're retail bullshit kind of thing. I remember the days before that. So just to go into a store and physically buy something. I mean, that's what I did. That's what I did with freaking Sonic Mania Plus, I went to a local GameStop and I went in there and I bought the fucking the fucking box and bought it home.
Well, I'm
That's
still
what
one
I
of those
like.
dudes who likes buying the physical games more than the digital games. I just like having, the box, like the physical thing, like you said, and I also like the artwork. Like there's like Mr. Dungeon DX, I got that physical as well. Amazing artwork on that box, both inside and outs. And so I'm just like, ooh, more games need to do that.
Yeah,
More
and
games need good box art.
Yeah, and
right?
I've even imported the games from Japan. I've imported Sushi Striker and I imported Yokai Watch 4.
You know what
Mhm.
pisses me off about that? The
Huh.
cover arts, because sometimes Japan always tends to have the superior artwork for a lot of their old vintage
Oh,
games.
yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I mean, I even have a box here. I have the Gyakuten Saiban 2 box here because I bought it. I bought it at I think it was a hard off for like 300 yen. It's complete in box, manual, game, everything, and I love. I don't know if anybody has seen like a lot of the Japanese Game Boy Advance boxes. I love them. They're so small and they have like great artwork on them. That's what I like about having like different variations.
You know,
So.
I hope now that with what's going on lately with GameStop and all that, given how much has been plummeting throughout the many years, due to digital distribution becoming the king, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope that now we can finally, with Reggie here in the way, and hopefully with more people realizing how much of an importance for physical copies are, that this kind of thing does not go away anytime soon. Because that's what many people have been fearing a lot.
Yeah.
It's that physical copies are going to eventually fade away, and the only way you can now purchase games in the future are digital. Because the thing is, one of the big issues a lot of gaming companies have, at least with GameStop, is the reused segment.
Yeah,
Because
the
when
secondhand market.
when a person brings back their game to GameStop, it's technically used, and a person can go out and buy a used physical copy. The thing is that used physical copy does not actually, with money wise, does not actually go to the company. Instead, that goes to GameStop itself. So this
Yeah,
is how they've been profiting a lot throughout the many years, especially in the early era when obviously digital service was not around as how it is now. So I'm kind of curious to see if there might be a fix for that mess as well, to continue to allow physical distribution while still maintaining a strong connection with gaming devs out there, because that's also very important.
Also, the other topic that goes along with that is also digital preservation, because you have to remember that a lot of the games that are a lot of the games that you see online now in like ROM collections, a lot of people have been dumping the ROMs for preservation purposes, including like MAME. I mean, I looked at MAME. Have you seen the latest version of like a MAME ROM set? You know how many games are on there? There's like almost 400,000 games.
Damn, I
Yeah.
actually did not know that. Now
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think it's like 190,000, but it's like
it's a
it's a
big
lot.
chunk.
It's a huge amount. I remember when MAME's ROM set was in the maybe tens of thousands. Now it's in the hundreds of thousands. But you could see that digital preservation is very important. But I would say digital preservation is important as well as having the physical copies,
Yes.
because at the end of the day, you know, um, a a 35, well, it's not that old, but like a 30-year-old Atari 2600 cartridge will still work most likely, because those chips, they hardly go bad. I mean, the only thing you probably have to do is just clean the contacts
Yeah,
on the
like the good
cartridge.
old classic blow on the cartridge slot thing.
Well, you don't do that. Well, that you don't do that
Oh, of
because
course not.
that includes that introduces moisture and causes corrosion.
See, the thing is, 10-year-old me did not know about that at
Yeah,
that
a lot of
point.
people
I don't
didn't know
think
that
any of
either.
us knew. You
Nobody
just
knew
blow
it.
away.
Nobody
Nope.
knew it until the YouTube era, really. And then you had a lot of people like that. But now you can just clean it. Do not use Brasso. Brasso sucks, and also it destroys metals. And also can short circuit pins. So don't use Brasso. Just use either a mechanic like an eraser, or you can use isopropyl alcohol, 99%. Toothpaste on a CD, that kind of does work. Um, but there are better solutions for that. But yeah, but
That's
still,
one I hadn't heard of.
I've actually, my brother has actually done that. As long as it's regular toothpaste, doesn't have the crystals in it because that's an abrasive. It does work.
There's some interesting stuff out there that actually works that you wouldn't really think about.
I know, right? This is how the world works, don't you think?
Just how things interact with each other.
You know, when you were talking about the digital distribution, one of the things I was assuming you were going to talk about is how easily digital content can easily be scrapped away from stores online. Because a perfect example of a game is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. If I recall correctly, that was a game for the Xbox 360 and PS3, I want to say. And at that time, they had the game available digitally only. Then when they took it out of stores, it was completely gone.
Also, the versions of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the 360 on the Xbox Arcade, where it had the original ROMs. Once they had the update for that, they removed them. They removed the original versions.
Yeah.
With the original stuff. So that's the other thing. It's like they replace. I think it might have been TMNT, the original arcade games. I'm not 100% sure. But I know it was a situation where a newer version of the game came out and then it replaced the old one. And also, if you had like a Ubisoft, like Ubisoft lost the license to Tetris, a lot of those stuff got discontinued as well. You can't get them anymore, and that's why it's important for game preservation that even digital downloads be preserved. So it's like, well, I would love to buy this game, but you don't have the license anymore. And actually, there's an example. I have an example of a game that was discontinued, but you could still get it because Gabe Newell is God. That is Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. Now, it was released on Steam back when Sega had the Ferrari license. And what ended up happening was, at some point, Sega lost the Ferrari license and they couldn't sell Outrun 2006 anymore. However, Steam, if you purchased the game from Steam, it still is in your library and you can still download it, but new people cannot purchase the game. See, that's fucking smart.
Okay. So basically, you had to have owned it previously.
Yes,
to then
but it's still on the server. They're not removing it from the server. It's just that you cannot buy it anymore.
Wow, that is interesting to know. And another thing to point as well, John Game 94 actually brought this up in the chat as well. Yeah, DuckTales, the remastered edition, just recently re-released on digital stores. Even on the Wii U, because that's where it originally released for the Nintendo side. And I'm kind of hoping I would see a Nintendo Switch release as well, possibly in the future, because it seems like Capcom has, or what's it, Capcom or Way Forward, have received the license again to redistribute the DuckTales remastered game. It's a really fantastic game if people haven't had the chance to try it out yet. Definitely give it a shot. Highly, highly recommend. It's a really fantastic remake. And I think many fans would appreciate it, especially because it got the original VA for Scrooge McDuck in there. And I think that was one of his last performances as Scrooge, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a very iconic game in itself for preserving even voice acting and just the amazement of music, man. DuckTales Season 3, looking forward to it. I believe it's coming out on April 4th. I can't wait for the new season. I know my buddy Nessa is also excited for that as well. She is the massive duck fanatic out of all of us here. So she probably is the one most excited for that release of the new season. I know I was going to say something else here because I just randomly was scrolling through Twitter as we were talking. Now, out of curiosity here in the call, and to those in the chat as well, what do you guys think about Space Jam? You know, the film. I know it's such an odd switch from video game to movies, but what are your thoughts on the film Space Jam?
The old and the new one.
The old one.
Well, it's a classic. It's a classic sports movie, in my opinion.
Come on, you have Bill Murray.
Yeah, right?
I have sinned. I have never seen Space Jam.
My God, you gotta take him out back now.
I'm sorry.
Gotta take John out back now. We're sorry.
Oh, shit. Well, finally, thank you, John. You can finally join me in this ass whooping I'm gonna get because I haven't watched Charlie Brown at all.
Man.
You got it. You have to watch it because it's just not just Michael Jordan. It's not just Joe as whatever the fuck his name is, the one that did Bugs Bunny. It's not the voice actors. It's not the Looney Tunes characters, but it's also the other characters. You had fucking Wayne Knight from fucking Seinfeld. He was in the movie. Also have fucking Bill Murray. He's in the movie. You have those characters. You have those people in the movie. That made everything together. I think the whole story culminating, it's just fantastic. It's classic, and also Space Jam goes with everything. Famous YouTube meme.
Yeah, I know, right? The iconic song that cannot be said unless I get copyright strike.
The Lyslander battle theme from Pokemon X1. That's a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah. Even if you have not seen Space Jam, you cannot escape the Space Jam memes, without a doubt.
Yeah. I love the remixes. I don't know. I haven't seen a thing, but I love the remixes.
I know, the remixes are fantastic. The reason why I brought this up is only because, apparently, from what I'm reading right here, the sequel, Space Jam 2, that is going to be coming out in the future, is apparently confirmed to not only be including the Looney Tunes characters, but according to leaks that have been revealed from set, Pennywise, the Joker, the Wicked Witch of the West, and the Mask, yes, played by Jim Carrey, are also making appearances, making this more of an Avengers/Lego movie than the first one.
I was about to say, this is the Smash Brothers of cinematic universes.
Basketball.
Here,
man. I'm here to talk about the Warner Brothers initiative.
Yeah. Yes, the Warner Bros. Initiative. That's beautiful right there. But this is... I don't even know how to... Okay, if this is really going to be the case, this is going to be pure joy to see, man. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a film with Bugs Bunny, Pennywise, the Joker, the Mask? Like, it's already there for a billion-selling movie.
If Michael Jordan does not make a cameo in this movie, I'll be disappointed.
Okay, that needs to happen, man, in some way, shape, or form.
You want
and
this
he has to, and you know what? They have to do the crying meme because he he referenced it in real life. He has to do it in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has to come on. He has to come on as a cameo, and he has to do the crying meme, and then everything. Then this movie will get instant 100.
We'll see, man. We will see. Speaking about sports though, as well, John. I know, of course, obviously, you are a big fan of one particular sports series.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. Calling it a sport's gonna rile some people up though.
How is it not a sport though?
That's what I'm saying.
Winston cigarettes.
But yeah, how has the sports side been for you with NASCAR?
Ooh, it has been a great year so far. I've been really enjoying it. We've had 4 races so far, and they've all been very good. I'm sure a lot of people heard about the big Daytona 500 crash with Ryan Newman. That was scary.
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah,
what was the
scary.
update on that? I never got a follow up on that.
He
was
got
in
out of
pretty
the
good
hospital in less than
Cars
2
going
days.
around in circles. That's
yeah,
what
he got out in less than 2 days, and he is
that's
he had like a
Wow.
minor concussion, but he said he's planning on coming back very soon. So that is a
Okay,
miracle,
props to this man for still kicking it.
Wait.
man.
Gaji Bay, driving a car is not sport. Tell that to the people that fucking do Le Mans or fucking rally racing. That's a sport.
You want to
dude.
hear the interesting thing about that is that a few years ago, the same guy, Ryan Newman, he flipped over at I think it was Talladega, Talladega Nights, that movie, Ricky Bobby, all that.
Yeah.
So he flipped over at that track, and part of the car actually caved away. He was fine, but he was like, "Hey, there's an issue here." And they like reinforced the roll cage to put an extra bar. They said like this is called the Newman bar. And fittingly, the Newman bar is what saved Ryan Newman's life in that last crash. So that's pretty awesome right there.
That is actually incredible. I always love hearing stories like that make no sense whatsoever, but it's just always so heartwarming when it has a happy end,
Right, Dill Pickles is talking about XFL. I've still watched the new XFL. How is it? To the folks
I've been catching because my Twitter is filled with some sports accounts, because I do follow them from time to time. I've been following the XFL, and it's been doing really good so far.
Well, that's
to my
good.
surprise. Yeah,
That's good because I know they changed a lot of rules. And
yeah, because one of the few things that I've got to give respect to the XFL just recently is that for those of you guys who watch the NFL, you kind of understand how questionable the officiating is in some games, right?
yes.
Yeah, but compared to the XFL, I believe it was just the past week where it was the Seattle Dragons against the Houston Roughnecks, where I believe the last play was incorrect, because of the officiating, and as a result, the XFL released a statement on Twitter saying that that shouldn't have happened. The referee should have saw that coming, and as a result, the referee immediately reassigned following that game because of that error.
Wow.
They're not playing around, man. XFL is they really want to put up with the ethnicity of the game. So huge respect to that, and also the commissioner. I think is a whole lot better than Roger Goodell when it comes to interacting with the game, interacting with the fans. Just shows a lot more love for the sport in comparison.
Yeah, I want to check out one of the games. I'll probably find I want to see it for myself.
You guys still have a team in the Guardians.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
definitely check it out, man. I think it's really fun.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna probably check out. They have a game this weekend, right?
Yeah, every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay, I'll check it out. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big football person, but I'm just interested to see what the new XFL is. It's like, this is not fucking Vince McMahon 2001. It's like, this is the XFL. Yeah, it's like that shit. I don't need that shit.
This is a different situation, though.
I know. It's much different.
This time the
no,
XFL
he hate me shit. Yeah,
it's better supported financially, so it should run for a good while now.
Yes.
And so far, the reception from the fans has been really good. So they're not going to stop anytime soon compared to, what was it, 2001, 2002?
Yeah, 2001, yeah.
Started. So I think Vince McMahon is doing a much better comparison.
Yeah. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful because, hey, people need to have a different kind of sport. So, okay. Now, with that being said, let's I guess move on to the next topic. Actually, and Evie drops off because his connection sucks. The next topic. Well, we still have a lot of time because we're
still also waiting for Tyrone as well to hop in for the review. Normally we do.
Tyrone, can't trust him to ever join in on time.
Normally
it's like I'll be back in 5 minutes and it's 30.
3 a.m. Jesus Christ, dude! This lad, I don't know what he does sometimes, but he does his own things, Of course, he has.
Well, I think it's gonna be time for me talking about electronics crap again. So.
Oh right, you did mention something about.
It's time for the weekly lecture. Y'all open up your.
TSS notes. Tech Talk, right?
He's going to tell you how to.
Well, okay. If anybody out there has like those cheap Android TV boxes, because you'll probably find some people that have those. You'll have like the X96 Max X2 or they have like weird ass names. But basically, they're like Chinese boxes with a remote, and you can just run Android on it. It's basically like an Android TV box. You can buy them from anywhere. Oh, there's Tyrone, so we can't talk anymore.
Wow, that was short-lived.
No.
What is this? The prophet child has returned?
I know.
Okay.
Now open your textbook to page 49, Tyrone. We're busy doing lecture talk.
Okay, I'm gonna only spend like 5 minutes on this. Okay.
The prodigal son returns.
Nah, it's fine. So if you have any of those Chinese boxes that are running Amlogic system on a chip, so it's either like the S905X, the X2, the S905X3, the S912, the original S905, the S922X, which is fucking too expensive. It's like $125. You can actually run a version. You can run 2 operating systems on it. Besides that, you can actually run Linux on it. By the way of Core Elec and EMU Elec. Core Elec is basically like a bootable version of Kodi. It's amazing because it's better than the freaking Fire TV, in my opinion. When you do it that way, it plays a lot more formats than that the Fire TV can't do by itself. And also, problem with the Fire TV is that it's stuck on Android. So Kodi on Android sucks because it doesn't change the frame rate properly. Like 24 FPS stuff, it won't change. If you play it on Kodi, it will not change it to 24, 25 hertz. So, with that being said, it's very easy to do. You can just search on Core Elec, and then the other one is called EMU Elec, which is basically a whole bunch of emulators. Basically, like think of it as RetroPie or Emulation Station, any of those, like Big Box, any of those emulation boxes. You can just put it on an SD card, flash an SD card, boot off of it, and you have basically a relatively powerful system for what it is. I mean, you can get those Android boxes for like $35, and it could play up to PSP. I mean, a lot of PSP games actually run, except like God of War, Chains of Olympus. But if you have an Android box that was released in the last like 2 years, you can play pretty much. I mean, I haven't tried Saturn. Sega Saturn is the next thing I want to try on it. But you can play Dreamcast pretty playable. It's not 100% speed, but it's very playable. You can play Sonic Adventure 2 at a decent speed. I played what was it? So I played Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi runs fine. So yeah, it's a dream kind of thing, because it's like you can just you don't have, I mean, it's an alternative to like a Raspberry Pi. I mean, the other thing is that these Amlogic boxes, these Android boxes, they're better than the Pi because you could run a lot more video. You could do a lot more in terms of video. You could run like VP9 video from YouTube, for example, H.265, H.264. It even can run H.264 10-bit, even though H.264 10-bit is software only. It can actually run on the fucking it can actually run on these Chinese boxes where the Raspberry Pi 4 can't, because the Raspberry Pi 4 cannot decode VP9 and VC1. So basically, for those people that are out there stuck with these fucking Android boxes with these Amlogic chipsets, you can just flash an SD card, boot it into recover, like a reboot mode, and you just press like a button on the back of the box, and you could have either a full-fledged media player, or you could have yourself an emulation box. So it's really freaking cool. I just ordered myself another one from China. This time, I think it's going to have the S905X3, but it's going to have a gigabit Ethernet on it. So going to be using that as a streaming media box. And the best part is you don't have to fucking sacrifice the Android on it. So if you don't want to run Core Elec or EMU Elec, just take the damn SD card out, or there's an option in the menu to boot from NAND. So you can have your Android stuff on the main unit itself, and then you can reboot it into Linux and have all of your, all your multimedia and game shit. And that's the best part. I'm going to be doing further testing. And I'll let you guys know if Saturn works. If Sega Saturn were to run at a decent rate on this, like if I played like Daytona USA, it's a game changer. I mean, I really enjoyed and really enjoy people that make this project the way it is. So once again, it's I'm going to type it in, but you can type in Core Elec. That's CoreELEC, and the other one's called EMU Elec, EMUELEC. Definitely check out those projects and have fun with the Chinese Android boxes, because it's fun. So that's it. My 5 minutes is up.
All right. Well, now that you're done, I gotta
John
say,
is back.
Hey, what's up, Tyrone? How you doing?
What's up,
buddy?
John? How's it going?
I was doing fine until I saw this tier list that KG is putting together here.
Oh, fuck. What is he doing?
I mean, man, a Fireball and D tier. What are you doing?
Oh, these are Mario Kart.
What are you doing?
Goodness.
Well, to be fair, I was just bum rushing it, so I didn't really actually double
Wait, are
think.
these
All
all
right,
Mario?
buff the
Are these-
Fireball to
fucking
B
red.
tier. What are we doing
Wait,
here?
are these just Mario Kart, or are they?
Yeah,
just
Mario
Kart
Kart related
Mario Kart.
items that you use in the games. Various
Yeah, well, you
games.
need to put that Fireball up a little higher.
Which Fireball? This one right here?
The one by the Inkling.
Yeah.
Was
Buff
it
him up,
really
buff him
that good? I don't remember it.
Yes.
Pretty good. Have you ever tried spamming the thing, being like, I'm a firebender, and you just take out like 3
Isn't
people
that
all
the Fire Flower?
No.
It's the same thing, is it not?
The mega horn has to be higher, because that shit can defeat the blue shell.
Wait, what the
Yes,
hell is the
I agree with
fireball?
that.
That is true, actually. I'll put it right next to the horn.
Wait, what is the
I
fireball?
want to tell
if the-
myself the Fireball is exclusive to like what Bowser and Bowser Jr.
No. The Bowser exclusive one is the Bowser shell that I put in S tier.
Ah, yeah. Wait, what can Bowser Jr. do? Isn't that
The
Fireball?
shell too.
Wait, hold
They
on,
both
hold
can
on.
do the
Alright.
shell. Okay. Why is the
Alright, then-
angry
then
banana
fire-
so high?
Also, the coins
It's
go
a
higher
big
because
banana.
the coins make you faster.
Oh no,
coins
that's
are
why I
actually
put it
pretty
at to not too sure.
The coin should be like C tier. Like
Oh, yeah, I would put
bottom
the
of
coin
C
in
tier.
here.
C for
Yeah.
coins. I see what you
Yeah,
did there.
not even just that, because they make you go faster gradually in the race.
Like,
The
they're actually-
fireball is a special
pretty
item for
good.
Mario in Double Dash. Okay.
Well, yeah, because the coin the coin was the coins made you go faster in the original version, and then Mario Kart 7 onwards.
Wait, not that fireball. I'm talking about the fire flower. But
No, but this one is faster though. The fireball feels limited, I think.
man. what
Also,
are
this
you
is Double
doing?
Dash we're talking about, where the game was actually fun.
All right, if we're talking about double dash, you need to bring down the blue shell because the blue shell only hits the first dude, and you can drift out of it. You can.
And why are we
just pass
talking
it.
about Double Dash? Because the horn was not introduced
Yeah.
until 8.
No, I'm referring to this fireball. The fire flower though sucks in my opinion.
I
This
think-
is
I
this
still
is
think the
my.
blue shell,
You can
if
make
we're
your own
going-
tier list, and you
If we're
can give
going
me.
by double dash standards,
No, I
the
think
blue
you
shell
make it.
needs to be
Yeah,
down there.
you'll make
We're
your own
below.
tier list. You know what? Fine. We'll do this. We'll put this down to it's back to C. We'll put fire flower next to 7. There you go. Good. And then we'll move
All right.
this up.
All right, but I still think the blue shell needs to be lower.
Really now?
I'm just saying. I mean, blue shell, it only hits the first dude. It's no fun for anybody. And on top of that, if we're going by double dash standards,
They
you
never-
can do the drift and you can boost out of it. You can like not even get hit by it.
They
That
never
is-
nerfed it.
I think the Yoshi egg should go up.
What does the Yoshi egg do again?
It spits out items when you hit the opponent, and one of them is a star.
Oh, okay. So essentially, it's an item provider.
Yeah,
item.
but you
Okay,
have to
yeah.
hit somebody.
Is it a random item that comes out of the egg each time?
No, it's normally the same exact items in the same exact position. So one of them is
All
going to
right.
be, I believe, a banana. The other one's a mushroom, and then the other one is a star.
We talked about Reggie earlier, but did you know that Reggie has canonically said that the blooper is the worst Mario Kart item?
Did he say that?
Yes, he did. There was
Did
an interview
this-
quite a few years
Oh,
ago.
no, take
Yeah.
the blooper.
Move
Oh,
down.
To be fair, I don't like this
Actually,
one, but that's also
what is the heart? I'm not.
it swaps
I don't know
items with the opponent.
Yeah.
It's only exclusive to
bad.
Peach
It's like
and
that's
Daisy.
situational. Like you
Yeah,
can steal a
it's not
star from
terrible.
somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but
like
it-
I see some advantages with it.
To me, the worst item, if we're going to talk about the worst item in Mario Kart, that one to me goes to, where is it at, actually? This cloud right here.
All right. I don't think the cloud is the worst. I don't think it's as bad as the blooper, but I do think it's the least enjoyable.
Okay, yeah, if we're going to go by that standards, yeah, I
Because
always
it's
hate
just
this
this
thing.
feeling of dread the entire time.
Yeah, it just needed to add panic music in the background just to actually make sense.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
But I think now, once again, I was just doing this on the fly while TSS was providing his tech talk here. So, you know, that was just what I was doing. If you guys want to make your own tier list, my
I
friend
This is
know
the
actually
what
first
did this
tier
out.
list where we've had some big disagreements, and KG said, "Fuck it, make your own."
Wow.
Because every other tier list we have made, usually Pokemon related, has been pretty well balanced between all of us.
I do agree that the POW, like it's hard to place the POW because like the bikes make it useless, but like it's really good against everybody else. So
Yeah,
And then there's
I
that
don't know.
feather.
maybe it's just in the middle. Maybe it's a B or C. I don't know. What is the feather? Oh,
It
that's
makes
That's
it
what I
jump
said. What
up.
is the feather? That's
battle
it.
only, isn't
Yeah, it
it?
just makes you jump.
That's
It used to be
it's
really
only
good
in
in the
that.
original,
that's a
but
letdown.
it was used for speedrun tactics back in the day, but like nowadays it's not really so useful. In fact, it only appeared I think once again. In
I
like
think you put the
what
right-
was it?
I thought it was battle mode exclusive. Like
I think you
put
actual
Billy-
races.
I think you put Bullet Bill in the exact right spot where it needs to be, because basically once you get it, you dominate the race.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially if
Yeah,
you're in
I-
first place and you use that. Boom.
Right, you just won. You can lap people.
Also,
if
are
wanted
you
to.
ready? Are you ready for Mario Kart Wii having 24 people online?
Oh, dude, I can't wait. Listen, the modding
you guys
community
play-
for Mario Kart Wii is phenomenal. I know one of my good pals, many people might know him because he's done a lot of Mario Kart Wii related modeling and whatnot for some of the maps. Wayne Catman, he actually he has done a lot of amazing ones. Like one of my favorite, I believe, was called The Heart of China. And he tells me stories on a daily basis, just how insane and loved a lot of the community is for Mario Kart Wii. Hell, I mean, if you go online into YouTube, one of my favorite ones that I always love seeing for no stupid reason are
A lot of
those really
Japanese players play it too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like they mod the character models to be whatever it is. So there usually are videos where you see a bunch of Waluigis instead of on riding the motorcycles.
Also, they made a
or on
Pokemon.
carts.
They made a Pokemon map, and that was cool.
Yeah, they actually they made Waluigi just basically run in the entire race, and then there were Thomas the Tank Engines alongside with all the other Thomas friends there in the in Mario Kart Wii. Seriously, Mario Kart Wii is basically modding to an extreme, and it is amazing every single bit of it, man. You guys should really check it out and just see just the amazing content people make for Mario Kart Wii.
Mario
It's the
Kart Wii
thing-
is the melee of Mario Kart.
Wii game.
No, that's
this-
Double Dash, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Double Dash is the true definitive melee.
Speaking of which, well, do you guys play the one for the? I played the one for the phone, the World Tour. Do you guys play that one?
No, because
I
I like having my battery last more than 35 minutes.
Oh,
Did you know
okay.
the Sword and Shield expansion pass costs less than Diddy Kong?
That's a problem, and that's
and
a
I
real
spend money
problem.
for Diddy. So
Why would you do
Oh
that?
my god!
KG,
All right,
listen,
I made out
it's
of
a
you're better
real-
than
At
this.
least I haven't done that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wanted
Damn.
the Diddy Kong.
Look, you
Damn.
made Evie lose.
Travis said that was so disappointing. Evie had to fucking leave.
I know.
He
Evie
faded
was like,
off
"I'm
into-
out of here." This Joker spent money on Diddy Kong.
Hey, listen, man, that was the money well not spent, actually, because I haven't touched that game since. So clearly, $40 well spent. Speaking about Sword and Shield, I never really got a chance to hear from you, John, in regards to your thoughts on.
Yeah,
the
we
whole-
never because he disappeared off the
No.
face of the fucking planet.
I haven't made any videos about it either, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you made. I think you
I
made
made
a
like
video
one.
recently. Yeah,
He
you
made
made
like
a
an
video
impressions-
recently.
He made like an impressions video, but you never really.
And I know
elaborated.
the last video I think I saw of yours was the what happened with Best Wishes video.
Well, that's the last video I put out. So
Okay, so there we go. I'm caught up.
I have a lot of videos in the back burner. Don't worry. I'm just waiting for summer at this point.
Yeah. At this point, you're just waiting for school to be over.
Yeah, it's a tough world out there.
So, what is your opinion on Sword and Shield then?
All right, like where do you want me to start? Like, do you want just like a general overview, or do you want like how in depth am I allowed to go here? Like, how
Are
much-
you having
You have
fun?
15 minutes of depth to go.
15
Right, are you
minutes?
having
Okay,
fun?
I can do a lot in 15 minutes. All right, so I think Sword and Shield is a very, very mixed bag. There's
Shoot
a
'em.
lot. There's a lot. There's a lot good. There's a lot bad. I think that graphically, it's bad. I think that performance-wise, it's bad. I think that world design-wise, it's bad. I think that content-wise, it's bad. I think that
I have my hand like under a button ready to.
I think raids, wild area, they're good. I think that the whole league way, the whole way that the league is structured, that's good. Games are a little easy for my taking as well. I think that it's a little similar to XY. Like that's the biggest thing. This game repeats.
Okay, my
a
hand
lot.
is like on the button now.
All
Wait,
right,
XY. Well, hey, this game was not shipped broken.
it's not as bad as XY. I was about to say it's not as bad as
He's
XY,
just
but
saying
it
like
shares
the
a lot.
AI. The AI is kind of shitty at the
It shares a
end
lot
it.
of similar problems, in my opinion. Like for example, like Tyrone just said, the AI, the general difficulty, except for Leon. There's this weird spike where like Leon's actually like a competent trainer.
Oh yeah,
Everybody else
Leon
is
doesn't
kinda
give a
bad.
fuck.
Yeah, Leon's actually a really enjoyable fight in my opinion. Like one of the best champion fights from my point of view, anyway. But I think character-wise, very good. I like all the characters in this game. Hop is great. Marnie's great. Beat is great. Chairman Rose. Actually, Chairman Rose is a little dumb. But you know, but new Pokemon are also good as well. I liked most of the new designs. But man, it's very conflicting. And I can't say for sure because we don't have the DLC pass yet.
I
and
want to
obviously
tell
it's gonna get better.
myself. I want to tell myself this. I had a lot of fun playing the game in general, and it had great characters. But I feel like at some point, I feel like the game was rushed.
Oh,
towards
for
the
sure.
end.
Oh, for
But
sure.
you can tell towards the end of the story. Towards the end,
biggest-
the story is so muddied together. And I think what happened is that the backlash was so great for this before it even started that people were probably trying to do crowd control, and they spent so much time on crowd control that they lost sight of like what they were supposed to do. Because the
Well,
potential,
I feel like another thing with what you said backlash earlier, not just because of national decks, but also because like I feel like Game Freak sometimes, this has happened more than once. I feel like Game Freak sometimes takes some criticism like too much to heart, because like we saw it a lot in
Yeah.
Generation 5 where people criticized the Pokemon designs and it kind of went away. And then ever since then, their solution's been, well, less Pokemon, kind of streamline the designs a little bit. More
Yeah, Gen
towards
6 did it
forms.
hard. They
Yeah,
were like,
I
we're
think they went
gonna.
overboard. And then kind of
Gen
the same
6
thing
said
here.
we're not only going to make less Pokemon, but we'll just make updated designs of old Pokemon
Yeah.
to stay safe.
And then kind of the same thing here with a lot of people complained about the pace of Sun and Moon. They thought Sun and Moon was very slow. It was too plot heavy, and I think they wanted to go as far away from that as possible to appease some people. And I don't know, like the story, it's the worst story in a Pokemon game. I'm just gonna
of
come out
course,
and say
Like
it.
this,
Um,
I think this traces back to Game Freak's intention of not taking the time to actually develop the game to its full fruition.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it's been.
I mean, it is a
every 3 years it's a new
Pokemon game. It is a Pokemon game, so I'm not expecting like Oscar level writing here.
But I'm
Like,
expecting at least something on Black and White's level.
yeah, I mean, Black and White, like if you compare Black and White to other video games, even Black and White,
it's night and fucking
that
day.
good. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Like
it's good. It's better than any other Pokemon game, but it's still not like
yeah.
amazing plot material or anything. But it's like I expect a little something. I know some people don't like plot in their Pokemon games and they just want to be able to explore. But like
Mhm.
even in that department, you don't have a story in this game, and you don't have much room for exploration. Like the wild area is cool, but there's very little interactivity with the actual wild area. There's
And,
no
and
gems
they are
anymore.
fixing that problem. They are fixing
They
the
are.
wild area
We'll see
problem.
what the DLC brings to the table.
Right. We have
I
2
like-
patches.
I've already liked what I'm seeing from the DLC because we see like caves and stuff. I
Yeah.
wish, like, you know how there's like that little ghost tower in the wild area? I wish you could go inside, like there'd be like a Giratina in the post game or a new legendary or something.
Some cool
like
lore
that.
behind that.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there are the locations like sprinkled throughout the wild area that are
That
like that.
scream potential.
Like
Yeah, and it's
John,
like
you
these-
mentioned you know how you mentioned the characters? It's so weird. I've never encountered a game where the story is bad, but the characters are good.
I know the characters are great, and I'm like, man, if there was only just a little more material for them to work
Like
with.
you have great characters. Too bad you put them in a very sloppy story.
Mm-hmm. And then it's not just the wild area that suffers from like lack of interactivity. I think it's also the other routes. The routes are just hallways. I mean, come on, they're as linear as you can get compared to like any other Pokemon game.
Other than
that's
picking
true.
up TMs, there's no reason
Yeah.
I usually go to the routes.
That's
And then,
what makes me happy about the DLC is because from the DLC footage we got alone, it seems that the entire area is going to be like the wild area. As in
Yeah.
3D camera movement. It feels like as if this is going to take on a Breath of the Wild scope in terms of making the entire land.
Yeah,
all
they've kind of
3D.
honed in on it like as their main focus, which I
think
like.
they realized too that they got something working for them because the wild area, to me personally, is the best thing that's come out of Pokemon in quite a bit.
Yeah, I've had so much fun with the multiplayer side in this game. It really has become one
This
of my
is the
favorites.
most interactive I've ever been online in a Pokemon game in general.
This is the most fun I've ever had in a Pokemon game.
Same
Period.
here. Yeah.
and I mostly,
yeah,
I
I
mostly
think
chalked that
raids-
up with. I mostly
Raids
chalked
are a
it-
big thing. They've
Yeah.
brought a lot of fun to the table.
I mostly chalked it up to this group right here, these guys, because
And,
honestly, without them, I don't think I would have as much fun with.
and to
Pokemon.
be honest, this is the most time I've ever spent in a Pokemon game because usually, I don't play. I'm not a person who usually plays online because first of all, having a handheld, you get cramps and stuff like that. You get cramped hands, and it's like I don't want to play. I don't want to sit down and play with it. Here, I could just put it on a TV.
Yeah,
and sit back and relax.
literally, the Switch. I've utilized the Switch's 2 modes the most in this game. It's like, oh, okay, my battery's going low. I'll switch it to dock mode, and then I'll just play it on the TV. Okay, I don't want to keep looking down on the TV. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to handheld mode so I can walk around and talk with the others. Like it's been so convenient
Mm-hmm.
to switch
But
back and
I
forth.
wanted to finish on that last point I was talking about
Go
real
ahead.
quick. So going off of the world again, there's a big issue with a lot of the cities I noticed as well, where like you can see a lot of like the buildings and stuff, but you can't go there. There's also like this place on route. I forget if it's like 3 or 4, but it's like right after Hammerlock. I think that's the first city. No, it's not Hammerlock. It's Modestoke.
Modestoke, yeah.
Yeah, right after Modestoke, it's the route right after that connects to Galar Mine 1. And as you're going there, there's like this like kind of mill in the background. and there's like a path that goes to it, but the path is like blocked off. And I kept wondering, like, how am I going to get there? And then I just found out that you can't. And I was like, wow, in any other Pokemon game, except for XY. Except for XY, in any other Pokemon game, I could have gone there. I could have explored that place.
It's so sad that we got to say that in unison, except for XY.
Except for XY. That's just going to be a given. Like, anytime I talk about this,
XY.
Anytime I talk about this compared to other Pokemon games, it's just going to be like a given that XY is not being included in the conversation. So it's kind of like that, where it's like, man, I really wish I could go explore some of these places, because they have cool locations in this game, but none of them that you can really go to and interact with. Like, you just kind of see them in passing, you know? Like even like the Big Ben, the tower, like it's an icon. I know there's like a gym in there, but like I was wishing you could do more, like Lumiose Tower. That was another, well, again, except for XY. Except for XY. That was another thing. I was like, oh, I wish I could do more with the
Eiffel the anime Tower. Is great, except for XY.
Except for XY.
Hey, we're
not doing this again.
Man. Oh, man. TSS is starting a fire. Y'all thought so. I was starting something here. Whew. All right. Well, anyway, that's my general thought on the overworld. Anyway, again, going back to difficulty, I know this is like a hot take. Like, anytime I talk about difficulty, people always say the same thing. They say Pokemon has never been hard. And you know what? I can agree, because Pokemon games give you a lot of tools to use. Like, Platinum is probably like the hardest game, I think a lot of people would say.
Gen 4 is the hardest. Well, Gen 5 is technically the hardest.
Well, here's the thing. If you get Garchomp, then even those games are easy. So there's the thing. You can go out of your way to make any Pokemon game easy. But also, when Opal, who is the 5th or 6th gym leader? 5th, I think. 5th. Yeah. She has 3 moves on her Alolan Weezing. I think, not Alolan, Galarian Weezing. I think 3 moves on all her Pokemon, actually. But one of them on her Weezing is Tackle. And the other one is Fairy Wing.
No.
This, at least in past games, they had like I compared, I think I made a video a while ago about comparing difficulty between Pokemon games, and I compared Candace from Diamond and Pearl to Wolfric from XY, and I said, look, these two both have Abomasnows, and Candace has like Water Pulse and Earthquake and all these other moves on her Abomasnow to like cover her weaknesses.
To cover the weakness.
And Wolfric literally just has like Ice Beam Woodhammer. Like, he just has like 2 stab moves, and that's it.
Oh my god.
So, and that same problem kind of.
And we're not asking them to be. We're not asking them to be competitively set. Like, this Pokemon's holding Focus Sash while this Pokemon is using Choice Band. You can save that for the post game.
This is the first game where there are no NPCs except for one random guy with a level 2 Cottony, I think it is, who has a Focus Sash. This is the only game where no NPCs. That is just a fact, a straight up fact. I know that the gym leaders Dynamax their Pokemon, but there are no held items. Why do the NPC? Why are they not allowed to?
I think weirdly enough, also
available to you.
The developer of the game is an NPC in this game, and he's like the hardest person you fight.
Oh,
weirdly enough, he's the hardest.
He might hold items because he's post game.
Yeah, he's post game. Yeah, but in main story,
there's that one dude with a Cottony who holds a Focus Sash. He teaches you how to use Focus Sash. And other than that, there's no one in the game who will. Like, at least in past games, like the gym leaders had like citrus berries and stuff. Heck, I think in Black 2 White 2, Getsus used like Life Orb and Leftovers on some of his Pokemon. It's like actually competitive items.
I have kind of a take on that, and I think the reason why they made the story so short is to make sure that people are ready for competitive.
I think so too. Like, Pokemon's had this identity crisis over the
Sword
past
and Shield
years.
biggest standpoint in this particular generation has been competitive battle. The items have been devoted to competitive battle. The way the online setup is, hell, I did competitive battles a couple of days ago.
And the battle tower kick your ass too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did the battle tower, and I also did the online ranked battles a couple of days ago. It's been the smoothest setup. We've come so far. Do you know how difficult it was to actually have legitimate competitive battles in Diamond and Pearl? Because
Oh,
what you
yeah.
had to get their friend code, then you had to make sure they had your friend code, then you had to go online, and then the
But
internet wasn't
I'm
as
really
fast.
glad that TSS brought that up because I feel like ever since Gen 6, Pokemon has just kind of had this identity crisis of does it want to rush you to the post game so you can get to competitive, or does it want to take you along on this long, lengthy story? You know, like they kind of been flip flopping for the past few years, and it's like
I think
settle
Black
on
and
one or
White-
the other.
Yeah, I think Black and White was like the last, like, we're gonna devote everything we got to story situation. Because Sun and Moon's got story. The problem is like most of it is in cutscenes.
Well, like
Yeah.
Sun and Moon is like it is definitely story heavy, but I feel like there's a lot more dialogue in Sun and Moon.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
There's a
most of it
lot
is in
like,
cutscenes.
Yeah, there's
Also,
a lot of
ju-
cutscenes.
Before you guys
dialogue.
continue, I just wanted to respond to somebody in chat. I'm here, and no, don't judge me. Yes, I'm doing that. All right.
He's
Anyway,
just
back
listening
to-
in
Well,
the
Enjoy
rest
your loss.
as we're speaking, I'm fucking going and completing my Pokedex. I'm fucking catching Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. This has been the one game where I see most people actually devoted to completing the Pokedex.
including
Ironically,
me. I never fucking played the game to fucking do the decks, but this game
Ironically,
is
it's
so
because-
enthralled.
ironically, the dex is cut in half, but
Yeah, the Dex cut actually inspired quite a few people to go out
To
and
complete
finish the
it,
Pokedex
yeah.
for the first time in
Yeah.
a while, which is a
Right.
good thing.
which is
But
a
at
good
the s-
thing. Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like they could have done that and kept the Pokemon like
Well, it's clear they're slowly bringing them back, so
They
that's
are.
fine.
like. All right, I didn't talk about this for the longest time. In fact, this might be the first time I'm ever talking
Honestly, I
about
don't
this.
think I've ever heard you talk about
I've-
this topic.
I might be one of the only people who's ever talked about the National Dex controversy. So I stayed silent on it because I wanted to see, like, you know, what kind of quality we're going to get out of the game.
Right.
And
Mhm.
I do think they delivered in some areas. But at the same time, I just keep wondering. I'm like, well, we see these models. Like, these models still exist. They are very clearly the same models. So I have to wonder, like, what the actual excuse was to remove the Pokemon. Like, maybe if they were, like, brand new stuff, like, I could see it, but they are the same models. Like, there's no getting around that. They are the exact
Always-
same models with the same
I've
animation.
always felt this was going to be an issue when you have a roster of almost 1,000 something
Well,
characters.
yeah, you knew it was going to happen eventually, right? But I figured it would happen after like a huge like graphical overhaul. Like, these are the same models from Pokemon Go, Pokemon. What's the new one called? Home? Pokemon Home. I mean, they look a little bit different because they use like different shaders and stuff. Pokemon XY, Oras, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Let's Go. I mean, well, Let's Go's a little bit different because they like focus more on touching up the Kanto models. But for the most part, they are the same models, and I just have to wonder, like, I don't know, like what actually happened. Like, I wonder if there was something else that happened behind the scenes, like they had like an importer issue or something like that, and they couldn't.
It feels
get
like
them
there was
on time.
something a lot more than just, you
Yeah.
know,
I feel
were
like, because
telling
I
us.
honestly feel like the whole quality animations thing, I feel like it was a cover up. That's just me. I'm not gonna go too hard on them because, again, we don't know for sure. I'm not gonna sit here and say like they deliberately removed content, because you could tell when they had to announce it that it was something they didn't want to talk about. It was something they weren't proud of. Like, people are saying Game Freak removed these Pokemon because they don't want to work hard and they're lazy and they just want to exploit us for money. I
But
don't
you
think
have to-
that's the case.
You have to also understand that this game is complex in a programming standpoint. Because it's not only just the 3D models, and I know they had that whole fun thing with the like model in 5 minutes crap.
Yeah.
But that's not the whole thing.
That's only 1% of the work that they're doing on these Pokemon.
Well, yeah, they also have
Right.
to have like move sets and stats.
Yeah,
and-
you're programming movesets.
a lot of that
stats.
Well,
They-
it's not only that. You also have to remember that they also have to do jump calls. They have to jump. Yeah, you have to jump from when you're in the wild battle out to the thing. You have to jump in the menus. You have to do
Mhm.
all that stuff. And also, you got to remember, games with millions, tens of millions of lines of code, there's always going to be bugs. There still is bugs. There still are bugs.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, you have to remember that making a game engine is not easy. I mean, they're making the game engine from scratch. They're not even fucking using like Unity or anything like that. They're making a game engine from fucking scratch. So it's not like they're using a fucking built engine already.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and call them lazy because I don't think they are.
That's what people think. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
because you look at it, it's like it's not made from it's not using Beard or fucking Unity or something where the engine is already there. They just have to put the assets. They have to fucking code the fucking engine too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just that. So, people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I definitely feel there was a lot more happening behind the scenes, and I feel like it would have been.
I feel like it
would have been too
whole
complicated to explain it in detail, so they just chalked it up as we want to improve the quality of the game. It's a very like professional sentence to say when you don't want to like just say
they don't want to sit here
and also Japanese people, they don't want to be being direct in Japan is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it
was a pre-understanding.
Yeah, they don't want to sit here and deliver like this long, lengthy,
right
phrase that's full of all this technical.
It's gonna have jargon and stuff, right?
Understand?
Yeah, it's gonna have jargon, and while TSS and a few of us probably understand, the entire general public's not gonna understand.
No.
A 9-year-old isn't gonna understand what the
They're
fuck.
just gonna be like, "Where'd my Pokemon
be like,
go?"
Yeah, where'd he go? Where'd she go? Where'd it go? Etc.
Yeah, a 9-year-old isn't gonna understand. Oh, we had to build an entire engine from scratch with these processors and hardware. The kid's just gonna be like, "Oh, well, they got less Pokemon because they want to improve the quality of the game or whatever."
Yeah.
Like,
so I guess my final stance on the National Dex thing is it's disappointing, but it doesn't affect the game enough for me to like not like it as much. I
haven't run into a moment where I was like, damn, I wish, and there's a Pokemon that's missing.
I like Crocodile and other Pokemon that didn't get the cut, but it's like, oh well, they'll be back someday.
Also, I was gonna say, yeah, this is Pokemon. They're not gonna be gone forever. And
we know that. We know that.
Yeah, Pokemon's already going through the effort to make Pokemon transferable. I mean, hell, what do you think Home is? Like,
yeah. So again, I think it's just an issue that's kind of blown out of proportion from really both sides. I mean, there's just it was a mess. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So overall, you do enjoy Sword and Shield. You just know that it noticeable.
I did enjoy Sword and Shield. I think that it definitely has a lot of promise. I just wish it was a little more refined in some places. That's my only complaint. But that's gonna happen when you push out a game every year. And I do wish they'd take breaks. And they go like if they went back to the 4-year generation gap, like they had.
That's my
3, 4, 5, and I feel like this 3-year gap's been hurting them for a little.
Based
while.
on
You're
this,
starting
based
to
on
see
the
the
fact.
crunch.
Well, John, based on the fact that they're doing this DLC, I think they are going for that. I think they could have easily. It's so the logos for them are right there. They could have easily said, "Oh, next year we're making Pokemon Armor and Crown," but no, they decided to make it DLC.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get the feeling that they're gonna reuse these assets and push out Diamond Pearl remakes by the end of end of 2021.
It's gonna be the complete edition or something like that.
But I hope they take off 2022 and they just delay until the next year. Just take an off year, Game Freak. Just take an off year.
Or just continue building upon just one game instead of trying to create a completely new one. Because with DLC, it's on a smaller scale than with a full-on fledged game remake or just a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like level 5 strategy. If you count the years between Yokai Watch 3 and Yokai Watch 4, that's like 3 years. But in their terms, they were able to code an engine that can actually take DLC.
Well, I'm not saying that they're taking 2020 off because they're doing DLC still. Like they're still.
Yeah,
I mean, DLC. It's not a new game per se.
But I count it as like I've counted as a expansion of Sword and Shield.
Yeah, so like even counting that, like they've put out a game every year since 2016. 5 straight years. Yeah, this is gonna be the 5th straight year of putting out a game. So that's the only thing. I just take a break. Just take a break. You don't have to be constantly pushing out a new product. That's
the thing too.
What it is it's pleasing the investors.
I blame the Hoenn Confirm nonsense from all those years ago. Because as soon as Heart Gold Soul Silver dropped, everyone was like, "Yo, Hoenn remake," and
then the minute we got
they admit in an interview, they said that we pushed out Oras early to appease fans.
Right, and then the minute Sword and Shield came out, people are like, "Where's Gen 4 remakes?" I'm like, "Why do we need Gen 4 remakes? Why? Why exactly do we need them?"
Exactly. You have the Pokemon fans who are like, please take a break. But then the next moment they turn around and say, where's the next game at? So
John, you were literally catching up to all the things we've said already.
Well, and then the other thing is, it's
You were
like,
missing.
why would you want remakes of a game that can still be played in the same damn cartridge slot?
That's what
I mean, I'm pretty sure a good amount of people still have their DSs. It's not like, you know.
I mean, if you think about it, the 3DS can support everything back to the DS except for a few games that require slot 2.
Right.
So you have to remember that the 3DS's lifespan basically died like last year. So if you take that and you take the entire DS catalog, that's 15 years of games on one piece of hardware. That's even more than the Game Boy.
Right.
Also, other franchises
it's
don't. Oh, go ahead, Evie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's not as extinct compared to the the Game Boy Color game, because when Heart Gold and Soul Silver was released, you know, a lot of the Pokemon games that were for the Game Boy Color were kind of going extinct, but then Game Freak decided to revitalize that by bringing in the remakes. And by the time Auras was released, I feel like the Game Boy Advance games was also dying out as well. Right now, I think people should still wait for the Diamond and Pearl remakes, because hey, you can still go to a GameStop and you can still buy those games.
Exactly. Sure they're still they're still the same price. Trust me, they didn't budge.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They didn't fucking budge.
And if you still have your 3DS, like TSS mentioned, you can still play there. If you still have your cartridge.
Hey, you can get DSs and DS Lite, DS Lites and DSIs for like $5 to $10 somewhere.
Yeah, you can buy the 3DS
I don't
or
think
2DS.
other people realize that other franchises don't push out remakes like Pokemon does.
Oh,
Pokemon
of course
pushes
not.
out more remakes than I have ever seen, and we're already to the point where they are making remakes of games that have already been remade.
Let's go.
It's like, come on, we don't need that. Like, you don't need to remake the same game twice in the span.
It's almost to a point where I feel
years.
like the remakes are going to catch up to what we are currently. Because the minute we get Gen 4, they're going to be like, where's the Gen 5 remakes? I'm like, what's less than... Why would you want a Gen 5 remake? It was less than 20 years ago.
2026, Sword and Shield remake.
Right.
3 days ago was 9 years since the North American release. So
But it
not
was
even a
already
decade.
10 years for Japan.
It already has
Right.
been 10 years in Japan. We'll be 10 years in September in Japan.
It's just like, it's completely unnecessary. Let's focus on with the generation we got.
All
Focus
right. Well,
on Sword and
John
Shield.
says that Xenoblade is getting a remaster this year. That's a little bit
But
different.
that's different.
But see,
also-
that's also, see, there aren't like 15 billion other versions released aside from
Also-
the 3D version.
No one really asked for it either.
Yeah, you want freaking remake syndrome? Street Fighter 2.
Also, speaking about the remastered edition for Xenoblade Chronicles, they are including the scrapped map that was not in the original.
They're bringing back Bionis Shoulder, which
Xenoblade
I'm
has a
really
very
excited about.
specific entanglement relationship with Super Smash Brothers, because I don't think a lot of people played Xenoblade until Smash Brothers introduced Shulk.
Yeah.
And then people gave a shit. And then the people at the people who made Xenoblade went, oh, they give a shit. Let's give them Xenoblade.
They
You know
really
what?
do.
I
Two
wanna
sold
argue
very,
against
very
that,
well.
but
And I think I don't blame them, because one is like a masterpiece of an RPG. It's one of my
Dude,
favorite
it's
games.
still best
Yeah,
game of the
it's
decade.
one of my favorite games, but not many people bought it because they were worried about how it performed overseas, and they didn't release that many copies over here. So,
Although
it's
I'm
a
very
whole
glad it
mess of
still sold a
things.
million copies, though.
Yeah, and also graphically, it just has not aged well. Like, that's just a straight up fact. It looks
but
awful.
If we're gonna talk about that, though, you have to try out Torna, though, because they also not only enhance the visuals, it has a completely different engine built in it, and it is much crisper than the original Xenoblade Chronicles 2, while still being part of the DLC era. So it's still fantastic. Seriously, if you haven't had a chance to try out Xenoblade Chronicles 2 till this day, you definitely should if you own a Switch. It is really one of the most phenomenal
or two,
JRPGs.
honestly. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people kind of give 2 some flack, and they think that 2 isn't as good as 1. I'm in the other camp. I think that 2 is just as good as 1. I like both of those games. Like, I just love them.
You could even say both coexist in the same era.
You could, without getting too far.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say anything else but on just that.
You don't want to start those.
Anyway, please buy that game when it comes out, because it's gonna be amazing. It's probably my favorite game, but it's not even out yet.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. We just need more information on it. And if you do play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and enjoy it, then go get Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Then go get Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because you're going to really, really love what happens there.
Oh my god, man. So good. So fucking good. I want to talk about it, but goddamn no. Experience the adventure yourself, man. You have 1,000 hours wasted on that game, and it's all in good intentions.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty then. So we had our rambles on for our little game talk and whatnot. Once again, John, very thankful that you had the opportunity to share your thoughts on the Sword and Shield stuff.
Yeah, thank you for giving me a little time slot there to ramble.
Hey, you haven't been here for years.
that's the privilege
Yeah,
when you come
you've
back.
been gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so with that being said, you guys ready to begin our actual review for tonight?
Good.
Yeah,
let me
let's
save
do
my
it.
let me save my game.
Okay, thank you. Now turn off your game as I turn off my phone at the
Now,
same time.
John and KG, I know you
300.
two.
I'm at 304, by the way.
John and KG, I know you two are big.
Hey, thank you, Alpha. Thank you. You're a good
Hey,
friend.
Richie.
Richie.
John, KG.
You're
What
a
are you
good
doing
friend.
here,
I
man?
came
It's
in
been
just
over
for
an
this
hour.
moment.
No, he was listening. He was just
Yeah, he was
sort of
listening. He was in the comments. He just wanted to show up for
I
this
mean, I
second.
just got in the comments.
He just
a few
wants
minutes
to be
ago, so I
here
didn't
for
listen
the
to the
review.
entire thing.
Yeah. And that's
Also,
our
real
review.
fast here, before we actually get into the episode, I know you and John, I know you and KG are big Pokemon Mystery Dungeons fans. So did you guys pick up the?
Ooh.
Yep,
Yes.
I do
Yes.
have me
I-
my
I
copy
finished
of
it.
this.
We'll go into details next time around because that'll take up too much time. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to know
I'm
if you
just
guys
gonna
get
say-
it.
And actually,
just gonna say
before we
that-
do that, I'm just going to be right back in just a moment.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
I
were
was
gonna say
gonna say
what?
that it's very charming, and I really enjoy it. There's a lot of quality of life updates
Dude,
from the
yes.
original, and
So,
yeah, it's good.
all right. So I still haven't touched any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, and since this is a remake of the first game,
Do you recommend it?
yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. Thank
Good.
you.
Okay, for Mystery Dungeon fans, yes, because we're Mystery Dungeon fans, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing is, I talked about this before. If you ever decide to try streaming a game, never stream Mystery Dungeon at all. Any Mystery Dungeon game.
Why not?
The thing is, a lot of the stuff could be repetitive. Of course, the map layouts and all that, they could be viewed as repetitive, but it does add a lot to the Mystery Dungeon core gameplay. And, there's always something new every time you go to those particular dungeons. However, for, somebody who's playing the game, they're going to get the most enjoyment out of it. For those who are just simply watching, all you're seeing is a Pokemon go through a very thin aisle left and right for about half an hour as they try to get to the next floor, So, for a viewer standpoint, it's not really going to be fun to watch, but for a person who's playing the game, it's going to be a lot more tense and a lot more fun out of it, too. Some of the areas in this game can be pretty difficult if you're not fully prepared as to what equipment you need, the items you're going to carry, etc., especially the post-game content, which is always the one that's where the beefy content for Mystery Dungeon is really at. Yeah,
All right,
there's a lot.
I do have one complaint about the balancing.
Okay.
Why are multi-hits so broken? Why can I take a fire blast for 20 damage and then Furret rolls up with Fury attack and he hits me 5 times for 50 damage each and I have
Sounds like RNG
no
to me.
chance of surviving that. It is a nuke.
RNG at its finest.
That's my only complaint. They say oh, it's balanced because the multi-hits have 50% accuracy. Well, if 3 out of 5 hits hit me, I'm still dead because they're ludicrously
Yep,
powerful
RNG.
for
Don't
whatever
trust it.
reason.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
god.
All right, flip
That's
the
my whole
Pokeball.
spiel about the Pokemon.
Flip the Pokemon.
Yeah, where is the AFPS?
So you will recommend it for people who haven't
Yes,
touched
yes, very good game. I would recommend it.
Yeah, so in other words,
I've
just
been
get
actually
multi-hit
wanting.
attacks.
I've been actually wanting to play the original on the GBA.
Yeah,
and I
just
think
to
I'm going to
see,
be playing that.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to play
Maybe
through that.
that'll be a future stream. Wink, wink.
No, you
No,
don't
we
stream
just
Mystery
said we
Dungeon.
don't stream Mystery Dungeon.
Okay, well,
don't-
video.
don't stream
We'll do
it,
a
yeah.
video. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you can make a video where you can cut out all the fluff. It's gonna be more fun that way.
Yeah, Mystery Dungeon is not a game you watch; it's a game you play.
Yeah, it's very hard to
I see.
explain
All
for
right,
video
anyway,
games, but
move
yeah,
on.
you will. Yeah, so
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this episode.
Yeah, because I
Alrighty
actually want to
then.
give him a 2 cents on this episode.
Okay, so this week's episode of Pokémonsters 2019, of course, focusing on the return of none other than that Gengar we saw a couple of episodes back. We got a continuation to this Pokemon and a bit of a backstory. So this is
Hey,
where
people
things
say there's no
start to be...
continuity.
Oh, continuity, I guess, in some form, yeah. But yeah, so let's start breaking it down. A lot has went down in this episode, so if you haven't had a chance to watch the previous Gengar episode, which, first of all, why haven't you? You need to watch that to kind of get a better understanding as to how things are turning on in this episode. So who wants to kind of begin, like, in overall opinions as to this whole thing?
I have thoughts.
I'll
but
go after Tyrone.
No, I have thoughts. I was gonna say usually TSS does a good job of like going through.
Yeah, I guess we should break through the episode first.
Yeah, TSS will break
Well,
through it, and then I have some interesting thoughts.
Yeah,
Before we actually get into that, I want to actually bring up a couple of interesting things about this episode. Now, even if you watch like the subtitles, you will not get the pun that Professor Sakuragi says while they're.
Is this what you talked about yesterday?
No, this is the one I didn't talk about yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
The Onyx thing.
Yes. The reasoning behind that is, now Sakuragi was describing the Gengar, and one of the words that he said was iwakutsuki, and that is a noun that means something with an interesting history. So, interesting backstory. The Gengar has an interesting backstory. Problem is, Satoshi thought he said Ewok-tsuki, or made with Ewok, like on top. That's why you see an onyx on top of the fucking building.
Yeah.
Because he thought it was made with it on top. That's why. That's what the pun meant. Okay, it was a misinterpretation of a word.
So how the hell is that gonna translate in the dub?
Yeah, it's not.
That was very unexpected.
Oh, fuck you!
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but that won't work.
Yeah, because why is there an onyx on the building anyway?
Yeah, it won't. Yeah, it won't work.
He'll probably be like stuff in the house was unexpected, and Ash will be like, "Did you say unexpected?"
God, my heart hurts hearing that.
No, I think and then the other one is, if you look on Kojiro's cap, it actually has a katakana ko on it, which is for Kojiro, and that's another thing that will never be explained. But
they'll probably just edit over it.
And well, not edit over it, just not say anything about it. I mean,
it
would
be like a reverse scene, basically.
And then Satoshi was wearing a Charmander shirt, which was kind of a
nice
foreshadowing.
Or it could be an homage to how it all began with this storyline.
And that's what it is. The writers have given us kind of hints, like Easter eggs, about continuity. So people that say that don't have fucking continuity, yes, we have continuity because the writers are aware. They're aware of this.
Quick question though.
Yay.
Because I realized he had the Charmander shirt. Who changed him? Because he passed out in the story.
Look, see, we're not here to talk about
that's Mr. Mind. That's Mr. Mind. We're just going to leave it at that.
We're not here to talk because now people are going to put in the chats, "Oh, fucking Go did it." And then you just made like 4 fucking fanfics right there with that one sentence.
Well, there's extra BL fuel in this episode.
Oh my God, dude! Can we talk about the great BL fuel we just got recently, not too long ago? So first of all, TSS, I would need your help on this one though, because I know you know how to hook up these kind of related things, and our buddy Ash and Serena talked about this on Twitter. I was trying to look up for a magazine scan of a particular image that I saw online, focusing on the characters of Ash and Go. And first of all, they are eating snacks right there in the image. And the thing is, I was asking them, like, if anybody could have any idea as to the source as to where this came from. And I'm told that this is from Animage, which I believe they do have available in Kinokuniya bookstore, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so I might need your help in trying to get my copy of that book eventually, because I want to get rid of that.
And even if they don't, then you can just place a custom order.
Yeah, I can place an order for that one too, yes. But yes, I'm talking about this image here. First of all, I love these characters. I love these boys so much, man. They are so great.
Yep.
You can't deny. They look great here in this image.
Why we got Black Ash's face? What the fuck is this?
There you go. Don't worry.
He's gonna scale it.
Yeah, I just had to scale it is all. I couldn't scale it on an image that I can't see.
Wait, that says Pari Kanji mo. What?
Yeah, here, I'll put the full image for you on the chat in the Discord chat thingy. so you can check it out for yourself. But basically, it's just an image that came out. This does
Okay,
also kind of
buddy.
showcases.
That says buddy kanjimo geto desu, or the buddy feeling. Buddy kan is probably like the buddy feeling. The buddy feeling. Get the buddy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's such an adorable image, man. I love it so much. I don't know why. First of all, I love Ash and Go's dynamic in this series, so kind of getting stuff like this is always a win in my book. But I just kind of want to show that off, so I'm gonna probably need your help later to try to see if I can get me a copy of that.
Sure.
But anyway,
Actually, speaking of which, I went to Kinokuniya today, picked up a copy of Pokemon Fun. I have like 7 copies.
what? Why 7?
They have like maybe 8 or 9 copies left.
He's got one for everybody in the group.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Well, you get a copy, and you get a copy.
You get a copy. Everyone gets a copy.
You have $130, then fuck you.
Oh well, I guess. I mean, I do, but I don't want to stand it for.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, guys. You know.
Anywho, but shall we continue with the?
Yeah, let's start from the beginning of the episode because this is really, we have to go through this thing. So basically, the first part of the episode, basically shows off. God, freaking brain just decided to fuck. So
it was
to fuck
a recap
off.
once again of like.
It was
Ash
yeah,
and
well
Leon.
yeah, it was the recap, and then they go right into the episode. By the way, the Pokenazo thing has been moved to the end, which they should have done at the beginning.
What is the Pokenazo?
The Pokenazo is the quiz thingy.
It was always in the beginning.
Yeah, it was always in the beginning. What they did was they before the episode started, the Pokenazo segment came up first, and then the episode started. Now it has been moved to past the credits, where it should have been to begin with. So I don't know why they did it like that, but the Pokenazo segment has moved to the very end.
Interesting.
Yeah. So let me just go here. So basically, what's happening here is that at the very beginning, you see Gengar kind of, wreaking havoc, which is basically the same shit that he did before, but it's just so funny, and it's like I think so basically it startles, then Satoshi and go after who's messaging, I don't know. Then they tried to they find out what's going on, and they find out, Gengar is terrorizing everywhere, including, knocking down some papers, and you see freaking Barriard or Mr. Mime out the freaking axe, which is, again, it's like a callback to Detective Pikachu. Again, a callback. I love that.
That's like the second time, isn't it?
That's the second. Yeah, it's the second time, but it's like they're embracing the Detective Pikachu version of
good. That was good.
Which is good. That's exactly what it is. That's what they should have done. So
I like how they're transforming Mr. Mime from kind of a creepy Pokemon to a more comedic one with the
And a
Detective
badass
Pikachu.
one at that too.
Yeah, I like how the series portrays Mr. Mime. Like, they really changed my.
I do
whole
want to
viewpoint of
comment.
Pokemon.
I do want to comment on the Mr. Mime joke real fast here, though, because I love the joke. The joke's hilarious. But the problem with it is that it's so close to the Firo joke that happened the episode before it, where Firo's explaining and pantomiming what happened. He's like, rah, 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 and he's showing what happened, but obviously Ash and Go can't understand him. So he's like, what's he saying? I don't know, but we're going to check this lake. It feels so soon, but the only thing I think that's a saving grace for this joke is that what's the female scientist's name with the blue hair?
Kikuna? Is that her name?
Kikuno, was it?
Yeah, Kikino. She understands Mr. Mime. I think I like that. I like the idea that,
like, oh, thanks. or something like that.
I like the idea that Kikino understands Mr. Mime. Because after Mr. Mime does all the explanation, she goes, and there you have it. And then
She goes like, what?
Like, oh, okay.
So yeah, that's basically what I had to deal with this morning. But yeah, that's my comment. Go ahead, TSS.
So after that, then Mr. Mime, then Gengar shows up, and starts wreaking havoc, and it's really funny. You just see funny things that Pikachu's eyes going crazy, just being picked up randomly, being thrown around, tossed like a toy, and then they encounter Gengar, and it's like hey, stop doing this and all this stuff. And then what ends up happening is, then it inspirits. It kind of well, okay. Then we go to Sakuragi. Sakuragi starts the backstory and everything, but then what ends up happening is they're at a table and you start to see like little. Now, originally I thought it was like, okay, it was a curse thing because you see like the little purple little slits near the eyes, and then you see him underneath Satoshi most of the time, and then you just see the chair leg randomly gives way, and then and then Satoshi randomly drinking a freaking Voss.
And pulls down Ghost pants.
Yeah, that was...
See, that's what I thought you guys were talking about.
Yeah, the BL is starting to come in, folks. We're gonna finally see what he's wearing. Listen, man, my best ship right here. I'm gonna ride with it.
No more sushi shipping.
That shit was last generation.
That existed already.
Also, the people in the community clearly have shit taste in naming because they called it Blue Angel shipping instead of sushi shipping, man.
Yeah.
So tell the dumb why not.
Yeah. So then Sakuragi explains that this started like 3 years ago, where the location that they're at, it's haunted by this Gengar, and basically found out the backstory where Gengar was abandoned by its trainer, and it's another cliche moment, right? Another callback. For 3 years. And I mentioned last night on Tasso's podcast that it basically reminded me of Hachiko, the famous dog in Shibuya that waited for its owner for I think 9 years and then died, and then now
I've seen people making memes out of it because like I saw one where like they edited out Spinel from Steven Universe and replaced it with Gengar, and then somebody else did the same thing with the dog in Futurama, and replaced it with Gengar as well.
That was a depressing arc.
Oh, dude, yes, it was, but still, like I'm just amazed that people are getting the similarities like that.
Now, go ahead. Yeah, I'll wait a little.
Yeah, because as Jordan mentions, the institute was originally a man. Well, it's not. Well, don't call it a mansion because a mansion in Japanese is an apartment in a gated community. So it's a different thing. It's kind of like a huge. Well, but we call in English it's a mansion.
Yeah.
But what basically happened was, since the Gengar got pissed off and basically decided to haunt the place, basically throwing shit around and scaring people, throwing vases, breaking shit. Like I don't know how much damage happened,
I love Sakuragi's reason for renting the place out. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a haunted place.
He's like, "We'll see what happens."
Right? He's like, "What's up, demons?" He goes, "What's up, demons? It's me, your boy."
I also love how he's just kind of like immune to Gengar's trickery. Like he just kind of stops caring at a certain point.
Right? He just gives no fucks. Gengar's like slamming the door, and he's like, "Are you finished? Are you fucking finished?" I want someone to please put Sakuragi's face on that meme. What's up, demons? It's me, your boy. Go ahead.
This was like the first episode where we actually like got some characterization out of Sakuragi.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, it's nice to see again character development.
I'm glad that he's not just a professor. There's more to him than that. He's a professor. He's a dad. He's a husband, and he weirdly has a thing for haunted places. That's a nice little quirk to have.
Yeah. So basically what's happening is Gengar is following Satoshi around in the shadows and basically like making his life a living hell, which was amusing to see, I have to say.
Yeah.
Then while they're walking in the middle of the town, Gengar all of a sudden finds its trainer with a girl. Figure that one out. And then just gets fucking pissed, get fucking like attacking shit. It's just a crazy amount of just hatred for this man who left him for 3 years.
These guys look like they came straight from the 80s, by the way.
No, it looks like they got off like they just came back from fucking Okinawa.
Oh.
Like fucking, it's just fucking like, yeah, okay, coming back, or maybe from Alola. But it's like, wow, they were really, Gengar was like super pissed. I mean, wow, it actually freaking like.
He wanted to murder the man.
I wanted to kill. Yeah,
this is what
you don't see that amount of like
away for 3 years.
Yeah, this is what
aggression towards people in the Pokemon show very often.
I was gonna say. This is where I'm gonna make my big comment. This is the big like thing I wanted to comment on. Now, Ash has done this whole Pokemon abandoned thing, like what, almost 3-4 times now.
Let me see. Charmander,
Charmander, Tepig, Chimchar.
Chimchar.
Yeah, Charmander, Tepig,
and
Chimchar.
kind of Froakie.
Froakie. Well, Froakie's a different situation.
Yeah,
Froakie and
Froakie
Snivy.
left.
Froakie was
I count Froakie and Snivy as different situation. They left their trainers.
Yeah.
I count these as like the trainers left them.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I've ever seen a Pokemon have straight up resentment for being abandoned. To the point where they attack the trainer. Because for the most part, Tepig and Charmander were very loyal to their trainer. Like, when they got abandoned, once they met up with the trainer again, they were so happy to see them. Gengar said, no.
He's pissed.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you and yo leaving me in the mansion for 3 years looking ass. Like he was fucking pissed. He said, you and your bitch can die to my Shadow Ball.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that the moveset
I like
too.
that. I like that actuality of the difference between
it was a
being
different
abandoned.
take on the same story that
Right.
And on a different type.
I was honestly getting sick of the whole, been left here since, whatever trope. Like it annoys me when I see it too many times. So I love the idea that there's a Pokemon that said, fuck you. Because there have been Pokemon that have said, fuck you to trainers, but it's usually because of the fact that they abandoned them because they didn't meet a criteria. Snivy and Froakie left trainers because they weren't good enough. Where Gengar is mad at this trainer just for leaving him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Also, like I said, the moves that Gengar uses in an episode, we had some new moves learned or known, like he knows Ice Punch, so that's crazy. But my thing though is that so after this, after those two run away, then we cut over to the Rockets who are just sitting like a random cafe, and it's like and I think I think they see Satoshi and Pikachu just running down. And it's like, oh, we gotta get him, and then they're like, then they try to stop them, and then of course they have the Pelipper come with the Gasha machine. I remember I remember Tasso saying last night that he doesn't really like this mechanic for the Rockets, but I would think that the whole
gotcha game,
the Gasha machine.
I'm kind of split on it.
I think it's alright sometimes. I like this particular one because they got two of the same Pokemon.
Thank you, Jordan, for all capsing, by the way. Yeah, I didn't remember Ice Punch because remember I watched this shit like
once in that fight.
Yeah, I like the idea though that they got two of the same one because that can sometimes happen in a Gacha machine.
Oh, I know that feel, buddy.
The Gacha thing is like, I've always liked Team Rocket's relationship with their Pokemon, except in Like it's always kind of like a reminder that even though they're the bad guys, that they're like good people because they always treat their Pokemon well. And with the Gachi, you don't really get that anymore. You're kind of taking away like this very vital part of Team Rocket, I feel like. But on the other hand, you do get a new set of battles every few episodes. It's not just the same Pokemon. Like,
yeah,
I remember
there's
XY,
no sense of repetition.
when it was NK and Gourgeist every single episode, and they were just reusing animation all the time. I was like, God, this is boring. So
There's a Gacha machine.
Yeah, I'm a little. It's nice to at least have a little variety, but it does take a little bit away from Team Rocket's character.
With that being said, there is one Pokemon that I'm surprised didn't make an appearance in this episode.
Cramorant?
No.
Oh,
Choodle.
Sorry.
Yeah. I thought
Cramorant is in the movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Choodle's the one.
Now I think Choodle will appear in the upcoming Ditto episode. I assume because
Probably,
they mentioned that they're going back to base to help the Ditto out. So I assume in the base is probably where Choodle lies. So,
right.
I like their Pokedex, by the way. They complain that they got two Dusclops, and the Pokedex is like, what? You got a problem with Giovanni?
I actually really like the Rotom for.
I like that. I love their Pokedex. It's so like whatever.
It's also great that it's also voiced by Kui Otani too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I think is also the real kicker of the whole situation.
Yeah. It's almost like a little, what's her name? The lady from Matori. It's almost like a little Matori in their pocket.
Yeah, kind of you're right. That is like Matori.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. All right. So once the Rockets get defeated, because I thought that.
Side note: Pikachu got his ass whooped in this fight.
Yes. And then you see but the best part was freaking Gengar using double Nightshade and fucking that was fucking crazy, man.
Well, and also the Shadow Ball to kind of shatter the ice on Pikachu.
Yes,
that was cool. I like that. Yeah.
I thought at first when I saw it, I thought it was like he's gonna bounce Pikachu back with the Shadow Ball. You're like, nah, I don't want this bitch. Take this shit away.
You take him. You that Pikachu like where you found it.
I like how Go was like concerned. He was like, "Oh, Gengar just hit Pikachu," but like Ash didn't react. Like Ash kind of knew that Gengar was helping him.
Yeah, they were on sync.
Answer for Jordan, Ikue Otani, Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu's VA.
Yeah, that's Pikachu's voice actor.
Damn, we knew Pikachu was a savage. Jeez.
Now Pikachu's always been a savage since the OS.
Oh
days,
yeah,
man.
of course.
Yeah.
Now you actually can hear what it's actually trying to
now,
say.
I want to tell myself the reason Pikachu got his butt kicked so badly in this battle was mostly just to show off how Gengar fights.
In a double battle too, no, mind you.
Yeah, but I don't like that Pikachu. Like, I know about the whole Pikachu controversy with strength and everything. But obviously, because people point at that big fucking Snivy fight, even though it's obvious Pikachu's fucking moveset got cut in half. Anyway, in this one, they did it so they can show Gengar off.
Yeah,
so I guess I can let it pass. It's just annoying to see.
At least it's with two powerful Pokemon,
like
though.
A ping pong
at
ball.
least the Dusclops. Dusclops is still pretty fucking tough.
It's a relatively strong
and
Pokemon.
it's like a 2-on-1 when Gengar's not doing anything. So.
Yeah, and also I think Ash was struggling he was focused on trying to get Gengar to help him, so he didn't have the chance to battle fully.
Yeah. Well, at least Gengar was willing to battle. So that's the other thing, because obviously I could tell that there was going to be a bond at some point, because it was building up. Again, the Pokemon character development is top notch. They could develop a Pokemon like this. If everything was like this would be fucking perfect. Because the way that they built up Gengar from the previous episode to this, going from I want to destroy all this shit to I want to help out now.
In other words, being a tsundere.
Yeah, I would say if anything, this Gengar just wanted somebody to take care of him. And I think the trainer had with before was that he couldn't handle the bad luck that came with Gengar, where Ash, he's an optimist. So I think it's a lot easier for Ash to cope with Gengar's endeavors.
Yeah.
Than
he's an anime character. He can take all this abuse.
Yeah, right, pretty much, yeah.
I mean, you saw the abuse he got in this episode, dude. He had his foot stuck in a hole.
Oh, yeah.
I feel the one
Which was honestly it was one of the funniest segments that I've seen.
The one I feel worse for is when he tried to pour Parmesan cheese on his like pasta.
Oh yeah, I know that hurt my heart.
Delicious.
Yeah. I felt bad because I'm like, what happens now? Does he get new pasta or what?
The whole curse segment was just a very joyous.
Can we talk about the 2-frame Dragonite Tormentator run that they had? It was
Oh god, I fucking got run over.
Yeah, but I love how it was like just so few frames. It made it so hilarious to me because of that. It was
I think the whole reason I love this episode, and this is probably my favorite PM 2019 episode so far, actually.
Really?
I think the main reason I love this is it feels like a hybrid of like that cheesy season 1 comedy with like the Sun and Moon comedy. Like this felt like a fusion of Sun and Moon.
It feels like the Sun and Moon comedy got like calmed down a bit.
Yeah, like they still have like the wild expressions and some of.
But see, the wild expressions here are worked properly with this one because like when Ash got pummeled to the ground, you know what I mean? He saw his face.
Yeah, because it doesn't have fucking melted face syndrome.
Yeah,
and also the art style.
I think that's why I enjoyed it.
Yeah, now my favorite bit though, and I think just going to talk about Ash real quick, I've always talked about this weekly, but I'm really just loving his personality in this series so much. God damn, it's so great. Like my favorite bit was when he actually he kept saying over and over again, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, he just keeps insisting. He's like, oh, let me go for a run. I'll be okay.
Yeah, but it's like he steps on the hole and then he just stays there for like a solid few seconds.
Oh yeah, there's like just a moment of silence. Like he knows something is up and he's just like, I'm gonna.
And then the BL fuel moment, as we mentioned before, that was really funny. Where he's falling down the stairs,
I know. But another thing about the personality, I know this sounds weird, but just hear me out real quick. I'm getting Naruto vibes from this man here with the voice acting side of things with Rika Matsumoto. Like,
I mean,
because like there are
true
moments when
dynamic.
like when she screams, I swear to you, I hear like season 1 Naruto in this.
I can see it. I mean,
Because like I
because
feel like Rika is having such a fantastic time with this, man. Like her
I mean,
voice acting is so fun.
I mean, her and Go's voice actor, they're in the same room. They're probably keying off of each other, just having a great time.
Exactly, and I think that's what I'm really loving from this series is just you can not only just see it from the visuals, but from the voice acting too. You could tell that there is a sense of fun coming out of it, and when you can feel that sort of enjoyment from them, it also goes to you as well, and it just creates this loving chain of beautiful emotions that you would love to see.
And that's the thing about that's why more Western anime dubs are getting like the whole Japanese treatment when it comes to voice acting, because the Japanese way is to have everybody in the same room and keying off of emotions, and that's the way
I
you
didn't even realize Zach was here. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Hello.
But
Oh my gosh,
it does sound like Rika's been having fun.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Let me trying to Zach.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's up, Zach?
How you doing?
One thing, I like this episode too. There is one thing that bugs me. Poor Go. Like, if you don't know that Ash is the main character already and that Go is going to be a secondary character, you know now. Because
Indeed.
I have no problem with Ash getting Gengar. In fact, I had no problem if Go had got Gengar. Either
There's
of them.
literally no problem with either one.
Yeah, both of them stated that they want Gengar. So if any one of them caught Gengar, it would have been fine.
Go's accepted that he's not going to get the good Pokemon. He just
that's what the problem is.
It's like damn, I can't get him.
He did get Golurk. He did get Golurk.
He got the freaking 5 meter Golurk, so it's.
But I'm saying, but even that, he won in a raid battle. Ash did the battle. Go sort of just threw the Pokeball. Poor Go though. First of all, he didn't catch a Pokemon at all in this episode. Secondly, like, I don't know, for a kid that wants to catch all the Pokemon in the world, such a bold statement to make in a Pokemon anime, he's not doing well. Like, we're on episode 16.
To be fair, he's not in a time limit.
He's doing better.
He's not in the time. He's saying he's not fully fleshed out.
Also, he doesn't realize he only has 3 years too. you know what I mean?
Go is not fully fleshed out as a character yet.
Well, to me, I felt like there were a lot of situations where he could have caught some Pokemon. Like, he only came out of the last episode
but they didn't go any fucking where.
Right. Oh, of course.
They went to fucking Kuchiba City, fucking center town. Like, what the fuck are you gonna find there?
Right.
Really? I mean, but we're only like what 15 episodes in, and you're expecting the fully fledged Go story?
Okay,
I don't think Go's gonna catch
every single Pokemon. TSS goes on a tangent and doesn't let me explain, so that we end up in this trap.
Well, Tyrone, hang on. I don't think Go is actually gonna catch like every single Pokemon. Like that's
the problem is that the anime keeps advertising that shit though.
No, he says he's going to be collecting Pokemon leading to Mew.
Yeah, the opening sequence they show him. It's funny enough. The opening sequence shows Gas.
Yeah, but to space it out.
Yes, they show Go looking up at all the silhouettes of Pokemon he wants, and Gengar's in it. And I'm like, you're not gonna get Gengar, dude. Ash is gonna get.
Here's the other thing. You have 140 episodes, right? And this man is trying to catch 890 Pokemon. You're gonna have episodes full of nothing. You're gonna have episodes.
No. See, he's trying to collect the Pokemon amount that's in the decks of Sword and Shield, so only 400.
I mean, I think I've come to realize that he's gonna catch what's within reason. Obviously, he can't catch like legendaries that are huge. He can't catch fucking like mythicals and stuff because there's only one of them. But I don't know.
I think he's gonna end the series with 100 Pokemon. That's my guess. That's all.
Oh my god.
Here's my thing. The reason that I'm pointing this out is because this is the first time we've had a trainer devoted to catching Pokemon. Normally, most people most characters that show up in the show either do contests or they're gym leaders trying to refine themselves or something like that. There has never been. I love the idea that there's a trainer focused on catching Pokemon because that's something I've always felt like Pokemon needed was a trainer specific. Because there's people out there, there's gamers who literally only play the game to catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I liked one of my favorite Go episodes is literally where he goes to catch bug Pokemon. It's not the best episode at all, but
Nah,
I do like the
not even
idea
close.
that
Yeah,
they
but
took the
the
time.
thing is, though, remember though, every time Go catches Pokemon, they gotta pay Marina Eichholz, and there's not gonna be enough times where she's gonna say, "Great, excellent."
I'm just saying, and should every episode be, oh, I'm gonna catch like 12 or 13? No, it could have one where he simply catches like 5 or 6 or
I feel
just
like-
a
I
small
feel like-
number.
And that's the thing too.
Agree and
Go
disagree.
Go
Go on, Evie.
already caught himself.
Go, Evie.
Go already caught himself a good amount of Pokemon from that.
Damn, I wish I had that kind of pleasure.
When he caught all those bug type Pokemon, I think he got a good amount, knowing how many episodes we're in right now. So
Yeah.
Given time, we're still pretty early into the
Oh,
series.
like I said, I
mean,
know. I'm just saying at this point,
we
I
have-
would.
Go has more Pokemon than Satoshi has in the first like
Then most of
100
his friends,
episodes.
mind you, as well.
100 the first
Yeah.
like the,
You have to remember that too.
if you count entire Gen 1 and you count like Orange Islands, this is more captures that Go has done in the first 10 episodes.
Oh,
And
okay.
best case scenario, Tyrone.
And Satoshi has done in the 276.
Best case scenario, Tyrone. Go can still
276,
catch
wow.
all of his. Go can still
Yeah,
catch
that's
all the Pokemon
OS.
there is out there in off screen land.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
You
That
can't
is
go
it.
Okay, like
screen.
for example, there's one like in the last episode where he got the Cubone, that was fine. But when they had the little tussle with the Mankey, I wouldn't. There's 3 Mankeys. I wouldn't have minded if he had caught one.
No,
That seems
because
like
that
it
wouldn't
would
feel
fit.
proper. Why would he
No,
catch
that
a
seemed like
Mankey
it
who
would
are
fit.
hiding
Focus
them?
was on Cubone. It's for the narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I
No,
feel
no.
like
Also, allow me to
I'm gonna
put
let
it
you
into
finish,
this perspective,
I'm gonna let
Tyrone.
you finish, but the bug catching episode was the worst episode of PM 28.
I like-
Okay, let me
I'm-
put this
I
into
mean,
your perspective,
you have
Tyrone.
a trainer
I
who's
want you to
devoted
think
to
about
catching
this.
Pokemon. That's a good episode for that trainer.
Look,
Like, the
listen.
episode itself is bad.
If the monkeys were there, if there are 3 monkeys, and he's like, "Thank you, Mankey, for helping me out."
Stupid
Now
monkey.
stupid monkey. Let me just catch one of you motherfuckers and leave you two to rot over here.
Yeah.
Well, he could have been like, "Do you want to?" We could have asked one of them, one that actually took the bone in the first place.
For punishment, you will become mine now. is basically
No,
what
he's
you're
just
saying.
like, "You're not all bad. You probably just want
We're
a
doing
friend.
slavery
You
in
want."
this bitch.
He's like, "You're not all bad. You probably just want to play. That's why you stole the bone. Do you want to come with us? We can play all the time." Mankey's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And Cubone's like, "Hey," and they would have been together. I'm just saying, like, there's opportunities because odds are Go's never gonna run into another situation with Mankeys again. So that axes out that Pokemon right there.
Well, there's potential for other Mankeys out there. They're not the only Mankeys to exist
Yeah.
in the world of Pokemon. So
I just think I don't know. I
There's
think
like
it's
a number of them.
you brought a
4.
fresh idea to Pokemon where you have a trainer devoted to catching, and I don't know. I just feel like there could be more done to it. I'm not saying he should catch 30 Pokemon every fucking episode or anything,
well,
but
that would be hilarious.
play with
Yeah.
it. Just
Oh.
play with the idea.
They have to spend time developing it. I mean, come on, you got
Right.
remember once again, Pokemon is the buy our toys mentality.
Oh, of course.
But Tyrone, there is an actual episode where he could do it.
Yeah.
Now thinking about it, he could actually catch 30 Pokemon in one episode. The Safari Zone.
Safari Zone. Safari
Yeah.
Zone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what.
So
that's
just
what's
wait
gonna
for
happen.
it, Tyrone. For now, it's
Just
still
gonna
pretty early.
Right. And like I said, I'm not rushing it. I'm like I said, I'm not. I just this was the one little that bugged me was that like there's a nice bulk of episodes where Go just catches nothing, and I'm just like, ugh.
all right. Let's reel it back. Where did we come from?
Mankeys.
Because we
Far
kind of
on
went
this
on a
episode.
tangent.
Well,
here. Where
that's
we-
that's
We're
fine.
just talking about the episode.
Where in
We're
the
talking-
episode are we at?
We're at the end because
Oh, yeah.
basically after this whole battle
That was it.
occurs, Satoshi just
Yeah.
passes out.
Catches the
Gengar
Safari.
gives
Then
Gengar
can I
gives
just
him
say-
apples.
Can I just say that that my favorite scene of the episode is where they're doing like the flashback of like when Gengar gets abandoned, and like
Yes.
the night and day is passing really fast, and he's just kind of walking
Yeah.
The
around
seasons
outside.
are passing.
It's- I've never seen a scene that was like so funny yet so sad at the same time. Like I wasn't sure
Yeah.
what I was supposed to be feeling there, and I was like, this is a good scene. I was like, they really nailed this one right here.
You need the right song to play in the background. If you watch Steven Universe, get the Spindle song. That you know which one I'm talking about. Play that in the background. It fits perfectly. I'm just saying. Those who have watched it will clearly know what I'm talking about.
So wrapping this up. So Satoshi pretty much collapses. So it found out that he had a fever, which not a curse, which is kind of weird. But then what happens is when he comes to, an apple just drops on his head. was random. Okay, and then a
That's that
Pokeball
Isaac
drops on his
Newton
head.
shit.
Yeah, then a
Isaac
Pokeball
Newton
drops
will
on
be
his
very
head.
proud of this beautiful
So-
map.
So then, while he's on his bed, Satoshi just throws a Pokeball at Gengar and catches him. And that's
I
it.
love how Go and Scorbunny were like, bro, what the fuck? Who
What
wanted
the
that?
fuck happened? It's like-
Yeah,
I saw a Twitter post that said
Damn it.
Ash actually embodies the true nature of Pokemon Go more than Go, where he just sits in bed and catches Pokemon.
Yeah, so
I mean, well, he's supposed to represent like the game itself, Go, where you literally chuck a Pokeball.
Also,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Terrell
like Ash
in the
himself
chat,
is literally sitting in bed.
Terrell in
catching
the
Pokemon.
chat actually brought up a good point. How Gengar is shifting its eyes when Ash is asking if he could catch him. That's a nice touch.
yeah, like I don't want you to catch me or anything.
Baka.
But right, Baka no.
Baka.
Yeah, I mean, I love the personality they gave this Gengar, and I also like the idea of this. To me, this was the most ghost acting Gengar. There have been Gengars in the past in the anime series,
Like
And I think not-
episode 2.
but I feel like this has been the most Gengar has utilized its ghost-like powers.
Yeah.
yeah,
being inside of Ash-
not like cutting a fucking chandelier and fucking dropping.
Yeah, and dropping on Ash, being inside of Ash's shadow, like cutting things apart, knocking things over, just wrecking shit. It's good to see a ghost Pokemon, be a ghost.
Can I also say I really like the way that Ash's Gengar is drawn. Like he's not like
Yeah.
he's not shiny, but he has like a very satisfying color palette. and
Yeah,
his
it's a
eyes
nice
are-
brighter
His
color.
eyes kind of have
Nice
like
brighter.
these detail with like the what is it? The little shinies, the little highlights and stuff.
'Cause
Yeah.
normally the anime makes Gengar a very dark violet
Yeah.
color.
Yeah. I like his brighter purple, and also like just the way his
Yeah.
eyes and
Right.
face are drawn.
hell, look
He's
at-
more expressive.
Look at season 1 Gengar in Lavender Town. That thing, it's against a black background, so all you can really
It's
see
dark.
is like
Thing gives me
its
nightmares.
eyes. You can see its
Also-
eyes and like the outline to its head.
Also, watch episode 2 of this series. It's literally the same color scheme, too.
Yes,
Right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Now-
so he's
But
actually
I will
different
say
than everything.
I will say one thing.
What a
Uh,
fucking throwback.
Causing with all this stuff. So I believe the reason why they made Satoshi catch Gengar is to promote Gigantamax Gengar.
Yes.
That's probably
believe
what's gonna
that too.
happen.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, there's a G-Max Gengar event going on right
Because
now.
right,
So
that's
we
what
know-
that's what he's
Oh.
saying. Because
Yeah.
also because they got Machamp out, and obviously Twilight Wing did their thing with B.
With Bea. Yeah, B,
Yes. So that makes a lot of sense. Dragonite, I think they just gave Ash Dragonite because Dragonite.
Now you
I
can
think
get
it's like
it
a
once.
combination of like new stuff promotion, also like fan service.
Well,
Like, here's
again,
what Ash
it's
should've
Pokemon
caught.
Kids. It's the
Yeah.
Pokemon Kids toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
Dragonite's a good toy seller.
now, the thing is, I said this before and I'll say it again. I'm loving this series for one thing. This is literally post-game, the anime.
Yes.
And that's what's making me love this series so much because
This is
now
why- this is why
anything
it's-
is on the
yeah.
table at this point.
And
Ash,
this is-
Ash just steps towards world champion after becoming a regional champion.
Yeah, which he's
Yeah.
gonna aim
And-
for in episode 18, so that's gonna be
And this is
exciting.
Yep.
why and
The
this
new
is why
episode.
this is the best start of the series since DP.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it has some little shaky moments, but of course that's how it's usually with the start. But every other episode has mainly been
Doesn't
like
bother
a
me.
hit after hit, and I've been enjoying it, especially ever since the Dragonite episode. That's where things took a drastic shift for the better, and I'm so
I-
happy with it because now
I will
nobody
admit
knows
the
what's gonna come.
the first 11 or 12 episodes I wasn't impressed that much, but I think they have been hitting them off with the last few weeks, and they've steadily been getting better. Like
It
I
was-
said, this one was my favorite so far.
It was after
and,
the whole
Even
Leon
their
plot got
even
introduced.
their worst episode to me isn't terrible. Their
No.
worst episode at best has just been like that was an
The
episode.
whole one.
Yeah,
You're right.
the whole
Like,
one is
the
the
whole
absolute worst
episode was
example.
like the whole episode. I was like, that was definitely an episode I
That
watched.
was an episode.
Right, exactly.
I don't even remember
feel-
we reviewed that, but we did.
I feel right, because you can't
the
remember it. I, was
Pokemon
like, I
two
feel no emotional attachment to this whatsoever.
I feel like Ho-Oh is like the Pokemon anime, just clickbait dude. Like there's so many episodes where,
Yeah.
like Ho-Oh is here, and then nothing happens.
Yeah,
So-
dude, I
Oh,
hate
it's the
that
clickbait
shit.
slut.
well, hell,
No,
movie 20 was literally just it's Ho-Oh.
Okay.
yeah, for like 5 minutes.
for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
5 minutes. Like
Because you
that's
can't
not-
actually show Ash interact with Ho-Oh on screen for some reason. I don't know why. It's like an unwritten rule.
Yeah, it's dumb. But before I know Richie, you said you wanted to share your fair share.
Yeah, go ahead, Richie.
I want to just
Actually,
add
got a
one
hot
last
take.
thing before I completely forget, because I know people are probably going to bring this up in the comment section if I don't. Yes, we did see the Luigi's Mansion reference there in the episode. Don't worry. Okay, now
What the fuck?
with that said,
Oh, that's weird.
Richie, I really want to hear what you got to say because I know you've probably been holding it in.
Okay, because my internet was having hiccups.
Yeah.
I said this on Tasso's podcast last night, so in case you were watching that, you probably would know what I'm about to say. But if not, and here's a hot take. I think this is a top 5 Ash capture. Ever.
Oh, ever? Really?
Ever.
Like
And I say-
to clarify as to why that's the case, because that is a really big.
Oh no, yeah.
Do you mean
that's
just
what
the
I
Pokemon
was-
itself, or do you
say
mean
that it is a-
or do you like the way it was presented?
Yeah, I would say it's one of the best captures for Ash, but I'm not sure where that.
I think it's top 5.
All right,
I would agree.
clarify
I would
for us,
agree
but I'm
actually in
curious.
terms of just the way it was presented.
Yeah,
like,
we're
a
trying to
whole
figure out
build-up
why.
to it.
Like what? Like what?
The reason
what
why
do you think? Yeah.
the reason why I say it's top 5 is because the way that, because we talked about obviously the whole abandoned Pokemon concept being used over and over again, but this time they actually do it a little bit different where the Pokemon goes against it. So that's kind of a plus point for that.
Okay.
But also I felt like that the catcher had like some not necessarily emotional significance, like emotional connection, but it's more so of I don't know how to explain. Maybe it is about emotions, but I guess the way that they really handled it, where they kind of transitioned the Gengar from that usual phase.
And it's not
into,
even the fact that the
joining
Gengar
his
was
team
abandoned.
and
It's
again rebelling against his trainer and his girl, I guess.
Mhm.
Maybe this isn't the best reason, but I guess part of me just feels like that this is really one of his best captures that we had in the wild, just because of the connection between him and the Gengar, and just how like the fact we went from him being in the shadows and just fucking everything up to just willing to come onto his team when he saw his deadbeat trainer. Is just like, you know what, I don't want to do anything with you, and Ash is just like, don't do it, I know you gotta let go of the past. I mean,
it feels like a combination of the Best Wishes crocodile catch along with the Charmander situation.
I agree.
Mhm. Like it's not even that he was an abandoned Pokemon. It's also that he had to reteach Gengar to like trust people. Like he didn't even want to join
Right.
Team Rocket. He was like,
Yeah,
I'm
because
that
he was
done
like, screw y'all.
with people.
Yeah.
He was like, you're not tricking me. And so like he had to like just help Gengar trust Pokemon trainers as a
Right.
whole.
Oh, also, can we talk about? We didn't talk about the Ghostbusters reference.
No, he said Luigi's Mansion
I
reference.
thought it was
Oh,
Luigi's Mansion. Yeah.
all right.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's like the vacuum.
Yeah,
what's
the
Ghostbusters
vacuum.
anyways?
And Gengar was stuck at the thing, and then
Yeah.
Pikachu was Iron Tail to set it free. I like that.
Yeah.
With me, I'm an action junkie, so I actually like my favorite catches of Ash is the ones where he battles to get them, which you don't see a lot of anymore. My favorite capture, or one of my favorite captures, is actually Pikachu versus Tailo. Like, because there's no reason why that fight.
Oh,
should
that's
be-
number one in my.
Sabah!
That's
Like,
probably
why?
number one
It's
in
just
my
a
favorite.
fucking
Best
Tailo. Why is this fight so good?
My hot take is that Ash versus P-Dove is a good one.
Oh, that's
I know,
no,
nobody
that's
agrees
a
with
hot
me.
take
Nobody
that was
agrees
like
with me.
left there to rot for like a
Right.
solid.
No,
5
no,
minutes.
that's that's
that shit
the
melted.
well that
It's
well
the
that's
return of
that's
the
the
hat
person
flip.
that's the person that decides to leave the fucking Big Mac on fucking
Well,
42nd
I
Street
get it, John.
sidewalk to
I-
fucking get roasted, man.
John, I'm completely on board. I love when I saw the hat flip again.
It was the return of the hat
Oh
flip.
no,
It
you
was the
didn't love the
first
battle.
kick
You
in
loved the
series.
return.
Right, we like the return of the
Yeah,
hat flip.
yeah. I mean, I don't care about the P-Dove. No, the P-Dove sucks. That's
that doesn't fucking count. It's like
Top 5 Ash flips. Let's go. Number one.
Like he could turn his hat so many different ways. Well, he turned his hat and lost, so he can't really say that.
Listen, I agree with John on this one. The hat flip made that whole fight way better.
Nah, but if we're gonna talk about hat flipping, as Zach brought up, the Fletchling one is a perfect fight.
Oh yes, the Fletchling fight is fucking good.
It
Because
is good.
Floki does like a whole like substitute situation
Oh, wow.
with
I
the
wonder what
Frubbles.
series is that
Also,
from?
it's not using Pikachu.
Yeah,
So yeah.
and then
Like,
it really shows how
the
good.
P-Dove one.
Oh my
The
god,
hat flip of the P-Dove one was like such a long time coming. It matched the original
yeah.
animation.
Well, because
too.
it's clear Best Wishes was trying to be the
They were
original
definitely
series.
imitating season 1.
Yeah, of course. Of
Well,
course.
yeah, 2019 is doing a
that's
better job
how
at that.
that's how BW was to begin with. It was a reboot
Yeah.
anyway, so
Pretty much.
I'll admit
you know,
it,
tripping
it
on
tickled
Ladybug and all that shit, you know.
It tickled me
Ladybug.
in my nostalgia bone. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like I liked the fledgling one so much because it just shows how much of a strategist Ash has become,
Right.
where he makes the substitute of the Froakie, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. But yeah,
I feel going back to the actual topic on hand. I
The
feel that this
Gengar.
Gengar, I feel that this Gengar capture is a moment 23 years in the making, considering that he got killed by one.
I mean, literally.
I like the fan theories that it's the Haunter.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
work
I
because
don't think
they
so.
mentioned
It
was
doesn't.
3
It doesn't
years.
work because this is not Saffron. So.
No.
Yeah.
Also, it's 3 years. This Pokemon's been sort of.
Yeah, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, so
Wouldn't
that's
work.
Also, Hunter
that
was
theory's
one
going
of
out
those
the window.
Pokemon that I felt like Ash should have had.
Yeah,
in the
he should have
original
definitely
series.
had a Haunter.
Although,
So this was definitely like kind of.
It's a good
making up for
compromise.
that.
With
Yeah.
that being said, guys, round of applause to Ash. He finally has one of every single typing now.
Yes.
Thanks to this episode.
Ghost and poison now. Another poison.
Yep, he has a ghost type now.
Oh, man,
And the
Ash
move
is
and the move said, like I said, it's
super
Nightshade,
solid.
Psychic, Ice Punch,
Shadow Ball.
and Shadow Ball. So that's a great
Shadow Ball.
move.
You know,
That's
I
great
want you
moveset.
guys to just kind of like close your eyes and think about some of the many captures Ash has had over the years. You know, when we think about the original 3.
Remember when he caught a muck? No, just kidding.
No. Well, let's look back to like the
It
cancel
smelled like
days.
shit.
His first 3 Pokemon were Ash's Pikachu, Caterpie, and a Pidgeotto. You know, then moving into like Hoenn, there was Talo, Trico, and whatever the suicidal turtle's name was. I forgot his name.
Torkoal?
Yeah, that
Tor-
thing. And then
Suicidal.
Wait,
The
the suicidal
suicidal
turtle. Which
turtle.
one? Which
the one that sinks in the goddamn water. That guy. Torkoal, I think his name is.
Both of based on their
crazy.
battling, both of them were suicidal.
Yeah, so, you see these Pokemon, they're very simple, they're very basic Pokemon. And then you move into this series, and it's a goddamn Dragonite, a Gengar, a fully evolved Pokemon at their max potential, having more opportunities to even grow as Pokemon. That is amazing to me, to see how far Ash has really kind of just
And then getting
become
run
as a
over by
trainer.
one.
If you look at the stat totals, both of the Pokemon he's caught so far have more.
And I'm hoping that since these Pokemon he's catching are fully evolved, that means there's gonna be a little bit of time reserved for him to focus on some older Pokemon that he's caught. I know
Yes.
they're at Oak's lab, not this lab, but still,
Yeah.
I think the only reason they haven't brought them in yet is because they're trying to like give this series an identity of its own before
And
they
also
get back
use the
to
new
old
Pokemon.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
because
there's a reason
Galar.
they're not bringing back the old Pokemon and the old companions yet. Like they want to kind of set
Yeah.
the series on its way
Develop,
first.
yes.
Yes, develop. Yeah, you have character development, but you also want to make sure that
Man,
we
these
got
motherfuckers
we got to
on
get
Twitter
everybody
really want a
excited
whole
for
lot.
the series again.
Yeah, you
I mean,
gotta
it
you
took,
gotta
it took
build.
43 episodes for Brock and Misty to show up in Sun and Moon, so it's going to take some time.
And it took 65 episodes to realize that putting cocaine up your nose doesn't work.
Jesus
Man,
Christ.
was that a good time though?
Yeah.
For me.
Don't do drugs.
For
Chris.
you.
Yeah,
For you.
I was the only one who came out on that.
Hey, I went to fucking Japan, had to fucking deal with Meltachew, I had to deal with the fucking Rotom going crazy, the Rotom going crazy with the fucking, the whole speech with Satoshi and shit. I had to fucking watch that live. Okay? And it still fucking gets into my fucking brain. Fucking Meltachew, that shit will never leave me.
And that's a good thing.
Oh goodness.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
God.
No, it's not. When it becomes a Discord icon meme, it's no.
I made the
Like-
joke that Gengar and because Gengar and Dragonite were
Make it look at like,
Gengar and Dragonite are really good Gen 4 online meta Pokemon. Like back in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, if you did play online frequently, you would see teams with Gengar and Dragonite. So
Although
I think it's kind
now
of funny.
it's also good too because there's literally so limited lists this time. There
Yeah.
is a
Well,
limit. I mean, in
Well,
certain
yeah, I'm
shields.
saying like Ash picked his first 2 Pokemon are very top tier Pokemon in Gen 4 back in
right.
2008. Like you would see them in tournaments all over the place. You don't
Yeah.
so much now because they've been nerfed severely. Like Gengar
Right.
can't use Levitate anymore, so it's kind of fucked his day up.
Yeah, sadly.
Mm.
But we'll
But
see what
yeah.
happens. Though. I'm curious how the
A lot of
anime
people are
intends to
shooting for
handle them.
Lucario, which
Okay, quick.
Really?
Three upcoming captures for Ash. Here we go. These are
Okay,
mine. These
well,
are going to be
actually-
mine, right?
I still want him to catch a Galar Pokemon. Damn it!
No. Okay, here's my 3 then, Tyrone.
Before you get into that, Rich, how you finish up your thoughts on the episode?
Oh, well, besides the Gengar catcher, real quick, I thought this was definitely one of the better episodes, one of the best episodes of the current series so far.
Nice.
So, and I don't think it was hard to accomplish that, considering we don't have the
Yeah, we don't have that many
There's
episodes.
16
really.
episodes.
Yeah, I know, but regardless, it was still one of the best episodes of the series.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ryowu.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my predictions. I know, John, you're gonna hate this. It's coming. It's unfortunately gonna be coming.
Starts with an L.
Yes, it starts with an L.
Hold this L.
Yeah, it's unfortunately a Pokemon that is very loved within the community. It's Latias.
Oh,
yeah, that one.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Now,
I don't know,
Ooh.
Evie. I
John's
want
internal
Ash.
stroke.
If Ash does catch
intensifies.
Lucario, I want Ash to hold the Pokemon. So I'm gonna put hold this L. Oh my
All right,
god.
who's
But
next?
Riolu makes sense. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
So, of
Continue
course, we
onwards.
saw merchandising for Riolu, so I assume that it is going to be, of course,
It will be
Riolu, who will
Ryowu.
eventually evolve into Lucario.
110%.
So, yeah. The next one that I see, the only reason why I see this is because of the recent poll. Snom is going to be the next capture. after
What?
that.
Oh God.
What?
Out of all of the Galar
You shit your
Pokemon,
pants.
I
when that
think they're
happens.
shooting for a Caterpie situation.
here's the thing.
Yeah,
Out of
that's
all
what
the
I feel
Galar
like,
Pokemon, from what I remembered, wasn't Snom the only one to make it into the top 30 in the
Yeah.
Galar decks?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it moves.
Cute.
Exactly. So I need
Well-
Ash to catch one of the members of the council, man. So
And
I
it,
think,
and it moves slower than a 90-year-old man up Madison Avenue.
so I
Yeah,
would love to see Ash own another Ice type Pokemon, and I think Snom would be a great choice.
You know.
Also,
That's
it's a
what it is.
bug. It's a bug, and I think they might try to do the Caterpie situation.
Yeah,
Dude, to
I
be
can
fair,
see them
Snom
doing
and
that,
Pikachu together is gonna be heart melt, man. You cannot deny
Really?
that. That's gonna be the
Like
cutest thing.
Pikachu, it'll be the Togepi, Pikachu Togepi thing again.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm thinking Snom is gonna be it.
But
That's why
I
I think
just imagine
Lucario is
that.
gonna be it, and that's why I think at the finale they're gonna really go off the walls and either give Ash the Latias and probably go a Latios, because if Go's gonna try to capture Pokemon sometime in the future, he's gonna have to eventually start reaching to the legendary status, and I think Latios and Latias are like kind of in like that middle point. where-
Yeah, like I feel like there's enough Latios and Latias in the where trainers can just sort of catch them.
exactly.
They're
Right.
legendary, but they're not like deities, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like
They're
catching one
flyers.
won't fuck the world up. I'm like, oh, you caught Latios, all of Australia's gonna sink. Like,
You know, it's kind of funny how I'm seeing.
Isn't that what they want? 'Cause they're
Yes.
on fire?
That's what it is. Yeah.
It's kind of funny how
One
just
second,
hearing
I'll
from
catch
your
one of you.
reactions, like I just love how everybody's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
nobody's really against it because now, like, really,
you want to know
the-
what? I think Tobias started this bullshit.
Boo.
Yeah, to be fair, that and then also Ash has a Gengar and a Dragon Knight, and we're not even in episode 20 yet, man.
Yeah.
And
But-
that's the thing that
Yeah,
blows my
I can
mind.
see Pikachu like Snom's crawling towards danger really slow. Pikachu tries to stop it from getting hurt, and it gets
Right.
hurt more than Snom does. Like Snom comes out of it unharmed. Pikachu ends up getting his ass whooped trying to save Snom.
Yeah, but also
But
maybe you're gonna see Go get pissed off at the Snom.
Yeah.
Love to see that. Love to see that for sure.
I think there's gonna be a lot of episodes of
Oh,
just
yeah.
Snom still being a Snom. Like it's not gonna evolve
Mhm.
Osmoth until like towards the end of the series.
Yeah, it's a very late game kind of Pokemon anyway.
Indeed. And speaking of getting Go pissed off, let's talk about the next episode.
We have time for that? I
Well,
believe we
well,
do.
Yes,
what was
we
the
do.
next episode? Yeah, well, we can end it with that.
Okay, the next episode is going to be focusing on Scorbunny trying to learn a brand new move. And,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
Darmanitan was looking in the sidelines and is just chuckling at the poor bunny. And Scorbunny's trying his best to actually perform the fire move, but goes like, come on, you don't need to do that. It's okay. We don't need that move. And this unfortunately leads to a bit of a dispute between trainer and Pokemon. So it's going to be interesting to see how Go is going to handle itself in this situation, because I think this is going to be the first time where it's going to have a bit of a, a battle with one of its Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The thing is though, the reason why people are thinking, we're gonna get evolution soon for Scorbunny is because we saw that leaked image from Nico Nico Doga, because they leaked an image with Reboot
Also,
in the thing there.
Also, in this image of the magazine scan, they literally show Reboot in like the lollipop there. If you
Yeah.
notice that, so it's a nice little foreshadowing, could you say?
Oh goodness.
No, it is. I
was
mean,
was that leak that we saw earlier this week? Was that real?
Yes,
Yes.
It was shown in the Nico thing.
Yeah, it was on Nico Doga's official page for the Pokemon anime streaming.
And also
Okay,
the
'cause I
artwork
saw
for
It
it
was legit.
briefly.
It was legit.
Yeah.
It was legit.
Also,
I just
to
didn't hear an
clarify,
update.
the reboot image was also a completely different artwork than just a copy paste from the
Right.
from the actual official artwork made for reboot. So it has a different artwork. It's used in the image, and it looks like it fits perfectly well. The question is not as to if it'll happen, but rather when it'll happen. So now it's just a matter of maybe it'll happen next week, maybe not. Maybe it'll be sometime a little later down the road. I would be surprised to see if the evolution happens right away, but then again, I kind of continue to think that, if we're going to go with the idea of Go being the let's go guy, then technically collecting all the Pokemon that he's been collecting does accumulate EXP, which eventually carries over to the
that's
Pokemon.
right.
Evolve, yeah.
So that might be what's holding Scorbunny to eventually evolve into a reboot. But only if you apply that, I guess,
Well, we can safely say that Go is definitely using the Pokemon Go logic, which is catch a Pokemon, get experience, all that shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm going with here. So let's see what turns out for next week's episode. It's looking to be a fun one. But I'm very happy that this episode was a complete success. And I'm kind of a little bummed out as well. It didn't trend as much as I thought it would have, but I think it's because the leaks have came out prior to this that revealed that Gengar was going to be caught as
leaks, really, I mean, you really can't call them leaks. It's just that Pokemon kids' toys.
I say this because, they had a magazine scan that literally said it's going to be Ash's capture for Gengar, hours before the episode aired.
Gengar was less spontaneous than Dragonite was.
Well,
Dragonite just kind of happened.
But isn't Gengar still a fan favorite though? Isn't it top 10? So you would think it would still have a level of scale. But then again, I guess because Gengar was already caught after Dragonite, which was still the biggest what the fuck moment of PM 2019.
Yeah. There was no build up to that. It just happened, and people were like, wait, what? So at least with Gengar, people kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, that could be the case. Still though, nonetheless. Congratulations, now half your team's Kanto. I have a theory on that, but I'll probably save that for next week, though. I just want to see where future episodes are going to go after Go's episode happening next week, which is going to be focusing on Scorbunny.
Load yet.
Come again? I didn't hear that part.
Don't blow your load, is what he said.
Dude, to be fair, we just literally got 3 powerhouses already in Ash's team. Many things at this point. What I could be considering a high kind of theory could literally be the weakest of theories.
I do still want him to at least catch some little Pokemon because Ash's whole thing is building a Pokemon up from nothing and making it a fucking unstoppable force.
That's why I want Snom,
he took Chimchar. I would say he took Chimchar and made it a boss.
That's why I want him to bring back
the
the old dudes who didn't evolve, like Gibble and Scraggy, and
I'll bring back the Gibble.
Now we already have Garchomp. It's in Sun and Moon. Why give us another Garchomp when we have the one in Sun and Moon?
You like that fucking mom is like, oh, can I get the action figure? Mom,
we got the action figure at home.
Action figure at home. It's like the bootleg Garchomp.
Well, I will say that at least, hey, in the next couple of episodes, we're gonna finally start the freaking World Championships again. The World Tournament
with a cop out.
Yeah, an actual cop out.
Yeah, that cop out's
actual
super
cop
out.
out. Yeah,
Oh,
so we're going to talk more about that.
I just imagine, just think about it. He's going to make his grand debut. You're going to see all these trainers here. There's going to be Joey with his Rattata. There's going to be Tim over there with his Wurmple. There's going to be Ash over there in the sidelines with a motherfucking Dragonite and a Gengar right there and a Pikachu as well.
Step on him. Just step on all the
Crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah. He's gonna teach Dragonite Stomp, and you just see the animation squish.
Yeah.
That's what you get, bitch.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
I hope it's done kind of in the style of the Battle Frontier episode that happened.
Oh, dude, that was great.
It was a tournament arc, but it was short and sweet. They got it all out of the way in one episode. And it didn't feel too rushed.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna get a Pikachu versus Raichu rivalry with this episode.
Oh God, I am looking forward to that.
Here we go again.
Yeah, oh shit.
I just want Pikachu. Take the picture of those bunches of Pikachu from Sun and Moon and the Pikachu Valley, and go. How many times we? It's an old man.
And then it's just Raichu to the side. You're like,
and it's Raichu. Yeah. Oh my god! How many? Because Pikachu's had like what 2 fucking episodes like this where it loses the Raichu and then comes back and beats its ass.
Let's
Yeah.
see. There's the
Electric
OS
Shock
one.
Showdown and then Pika and the Goliath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then that DP Raichu.
Yeah, but the thing is though that the Pika and Goliath thing happened in the same episode as opposed to they both happened in the same episode. What the
Yeah,
fuck is
because Ash
going
makes
on?
Ash in Pika and Goliath. Ash makes a callback to Electric Shock Showdown.
Yeah, and
Which is
that's
so
why
weird.
we have Show, which is what my character's based off of. Half
In
of
season
Yes.
1, they didn't waste any time. They did the rematch the exact same episode.
DP74, motherfuckers.
Good episode.
Yeah.
Good episode. All right
Good
then. Well,
episode.
ladies and gentlemen,
Let's go ahead.
I think now would be the perfect opportunity for us to go and wrap things up for tonight. Once again, I
Absolutely.
want to
Yeah, time
thank
to go,
our
kids.
pals here for us joining in this call. Of course, I want to thank our returning friend here, Mr. JPRPT98, for coming
no
in
problem.
once
Thank you,
again for
John.
another session. Once again, best of luck with what
Fun.
you're doing,
It's been
buddy.
really fun.
And
Yeah,
hope
thank
it
you
all
for having
succeeds.
me.
And of course, if you want to
We'll
as
see
well,
you in
buddy,
another
since
6
this
months.
is like your once in a year, I guess, opportunity, would you like to just let people know where they could find you at?
Sure. You can find me over on Twitter at JPRPT98, and then of course on my YouTube channel JPRPoketrainer98. Gonna have some more content coming out this summer, and hopefully I'll be back on the pod more often.
All right.
Hit him up with
excellent.
Thank you.
my
We
appreciate it.
really enjoy it. We always enjoy your company, John. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
and to-
always fun to
Thank
be
you for
here.
showing up, John.
Yes. And to those who also want to follow everybody else that is in this call, Richie, TSS, Tyrone, Evie, me included as well, in the friend segment down below, you can go and follow their Twitter accounts there to keep up to date with their daily lives if you like. And make sure to go and follow us here on Twitch to be notified whenever we're going to be doing another stream in the distant future. So look forward to more fun shenanigans like this one. If you enjoyed this content, I would
I'm
like
probably
to say
seeing her icon
leave a
again.
like, but there are no likes in this Twitch platform, so I can't exactly do that. But to those who are watching on YouTube, though, please leave a like on
Yeah,
that.
just verbally like us from your computer screen.
Yeah, and also, of course, share the content, spread it around, let people know
share
more about our stuff.
with the boys.
Thank you, everybody, for being with us here tonight. We hope we are able to put some smiles in your faces during these slightly dark times. So, that's.
Well, you
the
have Corona.
priority
Get the
we
fuck
gotta
away
do.
from me.
Listen, let me just
The Corona.
digitally distribute it to you real quick.
Oh
It's
my
You
god.
get a Corona.
Hey, it's gonna be what was it gonna be? Digital distribution? No, we can't say that.
Ash had corona. Ash had the coronavirus in this episode, and he cured it by eating an apple.
Oh my god.
An apple a day keeps the virus away.
Pikachu, I got the corona. I shouldn't have taken that plane to Galar region.
Oh shit!
Once again,
Oh my
be
God.
like my boy. Can I just ask everybody to do me a solid? Be like my boy, the one and only, the Ziggy, the Zaggy, the Zigzagoon. Go wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands, you dirty
Wash your
At
fuck.
least
fucking
up to
hands.
20 to 30 seconds. Like, hum a song, sing the happy birthday 2-3 times.
Cover your
I don't know what
mouth.
it is.
Buy the non-existent freaking hand alcohol.
Sing an anime opening.
If they have it.
Do the Diamond and Pearl
Yeah.
rap.
Oh god! You got
Listen,
you
man,
have
you're
to,
gonna
you have to
make
do
more mess
no.
out
You
of
have to do the Diamond and Pearl rap in Hungarian, then Czech. Then we'll be happy because that exists. Look on my
Okay.
Twitter.
Do I want to see it though?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I've seen it.
The Czech version of the
Just
DP
sing
rap
an
is
anime.
pretty bad.
Just sing an anime opening. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
There's soap
3,
everywhere.
de
Fuck.
come, eat sky guy, tamira ga boku no.
No. There's soap everywhere. Fuck.
Yes, it's a Hungarian version. Yeah. If you at my name on Twitter and then just type in Hungarian, you'll see it. Nice. Wash your hands.
Nah, wash your
There
fucking
we
Wash
hands.
your motherfucking hands.
There you
Wash
go.
your
We're gonna
fucking
we're gonna
hands.
leave these cute lads over here to wash their hands. So make sure you guys go wash your hands as well. I want to get that poster one day, but we'll figure that out in the future. So
If they're gonna have it in like 2 months, if I'm gonna go there, hopefully I'll probably try to find it.
all right, I appreciate it, buddy. So thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed our nightly podcast, and we hope to see you guys again real soon. So with that being said, my name's KJ Prestige. Thank you once again, and we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody, and as always, have yourself an awesome day. Bye.
Wash your hands.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good.
What? He said good night. This is
Wait, what? That's not
Oh,
JPR.